Desmoines. First and foremost, all praises, honor, glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash.
Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all you brothers preaching the gospel in truth and in sincerity, and always in charity. And look, see, we out in the highways and hedges another week. Wadi Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, continually giving us the spirit to come out here and prophesy the downfall of this present evil world, man. You know, and it was something that, you know, in the heads chat that, you know, Elder Yashawamba kind of sparked off, and different brothers were responding to that. And Elder Yashawamba mentioned about don't allow this world and the things in it to make you ashamed of this gospel, man. Because we doing what's right. We're standing for righteousness. Real quick, what's that, Sirach 40? It tells you things to be ashamed of, and read that down into 41 where it tells you things not to be ashamed of, man. And another brother find that in the Gospels when it says that if any ashamed of me and of my words, man. Right? Because we're back into our heritage, man. You see? Another brother can get that in Sirach the 17th chapter where the scripture says that he gave us a law of life for a heritage. So we're not ashamed of our heritage, man. You know? There's another one, I would not be ashamed to defend a friend. Start with that, bro.
This Sirach 22 and 25. I will not be ashamed to defend a friend.
And that friend is our Lord Yahweh Shai. He said, ye are my friends if ye do whatsoever I command you, man. You see? So just like coming out to the highways and hedges, that's a commandment of our Lord Yahweh Shai. And what did the Most High say about it, man? He said by the foolishness of preaching to save them that believe, man. So to the world, to these people ride past, we look foolish. But we ought not to be ashamed coming out here and speaking what we're speaking and saying what we're saying. It says in the book of Wisdom of Solomon in the 5th chapter that the righteous man, right, will stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him, man. Isaiah 58 chapter tells us what? To cry aloud, spare not, lift up our voice like a trumpet, and show all people their transgressions in the house of Jacob their sins, no matter what they feel or what they think. You see that? Go ahead.
Neither will I hide myself from him.
Yeah, that's it, man. You want to speak on it?
Yeah, and the scripture says, I will not hide myself from my own flesh, man. Roughly paraphrasing, man. You know? So us being a part of this body, man, we're not afraid. We're not going to shun to declare unto you the whole gospel, man.
That's right. And hiding ourselves from the flesh is from our people, man. Yeah. No, we're going to be out here to what? It says be instant, in season, out of season, reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine, man. The Lord has set up as a watchman over our people to warn them. Now the people that take heed, beautiful, you delivered your soul. The ones that don't, guess what? The blood off our hands, man. We did our job, going back to what the brother said. Let's get that. Acts 20. I think it's 24. Any whatever precept brothers got, really rock.
This is Isaiah chapter 50 and verse 5. The Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai hath opened mine ear, and I was not rebellious, neither turned away back. I gave my back to the smiters, and my cheeks to them that plucked off the hair. Hid not my face from shame and spitting.
That's right. So hey, we out there in the forefront, man. Dealing with all the ridicule, dealing with all the shit talking. What is that? I believe it's Jeremiah 18. Where did Jeremiah say that, Lord, thou hearest the words and the counsel that they speak against me?
Oh yeah,
you know?
This is Jeremiah chapter 18 and verse 23. It says, yet, Lord, thou knowest all their counsel against me to slay me. Forgive not their iniquity.
And that's their thoughts. Whether they physically looking to kill us or what? With their words, man. They trying to get us off the corners. They want us to stop speaking this word. Guess what? If we stop speaking this word, then faith can't be given. It says faith coming by hearing and hearing by the word, and through faith are we delivered. So therefore, if they want to get us off the corners, they want to slay Israel, man. They want Israel to die in their sins. What do Yahweh Shai say? I come that they may have life and that they may have it more abundantly. We're coming in that same spirit. You see?
Hey, the brother brought out, he said, I hid not myself from shame and spitting. And that reminded me of Simon, man. The man who basically helped Yahweh Shai carry his cross, man. So, hey, we're coming in that stead in the spirit, man. Because, hey, everything that was getting thrown at Yahweh Shai was getting thrown at him as well, man. You know, was they going to, you shall surely drink of the cup that I shall drink?
Yep.
You know?
It says, Yet, Lord, thou knowest all their counsel against me to slay me. Forgive not their iniquity, neither blot out their sin from thy sight, but let them be overthrown before thee. Deal thus with them in the time of thine anger.
Exactly. So all those who counsel are against us, whose thoughts are against us, man, all those who refuse to repent, the Lord is going to deal with you in the time of his anger, man. But you can jump back, bro. You was done in Isaiah 50. Yeah, whatever preach you got.
It's Acts chapter 20 and verse 26. Wherefore I take you to record this day that I am pure from the blood of all men. For I have not shunned to declare unto you all the counsel of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai.
That's it, man. And that word shun, it goes back into what? Refusing to avow with one belief because of timidity, or because of what? They're scared, or because of the public view. You got guys that are PC, politically correct Israelites, man. The Lord didn't tell us to come out there and be politically correct. He came out here to reprove and rebuke and exhort with all long suffering. Going back to the Isaiah 58, the Spirit had me quote earlier, man. You see? So we're not going to shun to declare unto you all the counsel of the Lord. Guess what? If a man lie with mankind, they both shall surely be put to death, man. That's what the Bible says, and we're going to proclaim that, man. Right. If a woman lay down with woman, if a woman lay down with a beast, if a man lay down with a beast, so forth and so on, man. If you lay down with a married woman, right? We're gonna tell you these judgments, man. Go ahead, Al.
This is Hebrews chapter 10 and verse 39. But we are not, I'll start at 38. Now the just shall live by faith, but if any man draw back, my soul shall have no pleasure in him. When you go into that word draw back, it's the same Greek word as shun in that Acts, right? So we are not of them that draw back. We are them that's going to declare all the counsel of the Lord. We're not going to come out here and say that to be an HOMO is okay because the world says it's okay, man.
Or to cater to women. Oh, it's okay, sister. You know, hell no. Go take your ass home, man.
Yeah.
Shut your ass up. Go sit your ass down, man.
Establish judgment in the gate. That's what scripture says. Scripture says establish judgment in the gate, man.
One more verse. It says, but we are not of them who draw back unto perdition, unto destruction, but of them that believe to the saving of the soul. All right, so we through the Spirit and power of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, the Lord set us out here, as it says, we are set for the defense of the gospel. He set us out here to preach the whole truth and nothing but the truth, man. That's what a prophet does. A prophet is not out here to cater to nobody, man. A prophet's not out here to tell you what you want to hear. A prophet's out here to tell you what the Lord told him to tell the world, man.
Right.
It says in the book of Isaiah that they want to hear smooth things. Prophesy unto us deceits, but we gonna give you the straight truth, man.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Hey, just like with the case with Micah and Ahab, man.
I was just thinking about that.
You know, brother, get that. 2 Kings. Brother, grab that. Start where Jehoshaphat asks, is there a prophet of the Lord here, man? You know, go ahead.
This is Matthew 11:6. And blessed is he who shall not be offended in me. And that's it, man.
Hey, and that's spiritual. You grab that word, because I was thinking about that when the brother said we are out here as set as a defense. When he said that, the thought that popped in my mind was, it's in Isaiah. I want to say it might be 62. Don't quote me on it, but it speaks about cast up the highway.
Yeah.
It speaks about gathering out the stones. Now what? If you got stones in your pathway, you could stumble. That's a stumbling block. Yeah. But when you go into that word offend, it says, what? Blessed is he that's not offended in me. Is what? When you go into that word, it's a stumbling block, man. So what's happening with the elect, all the stones are being removed out of the way. There's a precept in Psalms 119 where it says, nothing shall offend them. When you go into that word offend, in the Hebrew, once again, it's a stumbling block, man. So we're removing the stones. That's our job. That's a part of the defense. It's removing the obstacles out of our way. In the book of Corinthians, 2 Corinthians 10, it tells us what? That the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty to the pulling down of strongholds, man. Bringing every imagination unto the subjection of our Lord Yahweh Shai. I'm roughly paraphrasing the precept. To the obedience of our Lord, man.
Right.
According to what? These holy scriptures. You see?
If I may add to you real quick, hey, because what you said, it made me think about, because the scripture says, pray for us that the word may have free course. That's just like a river flowing or a stream, man. Hey, the way you block a stream is stones, man. Okay? So, hey, if you have that stony heart, if you have that stony mind, that living water can't flow. You got to move them stones out their way so that stream can go, man. That's what made me think of when you mentioned in the book of the Psalms.
This is Second Kings chapter 22 and verse 7. And Jehoshaphat said, is there not here a prophet of the Lord besides, that we might inquire of him?
Right, because Jehoshaphat wasn't listening to them niggas, man. Prophets of Baal. He looking at their ass like, man, what the fuck these dudes talking about, man? It ain't a prophet of Yahweh here, man. So we can inquire to know what's about to go down. Go ahead.
And the king of Israel said unto Jehoshaphat, there is yet one man, Micaiah, the son of Imlah.
Which, if I'm not mistaken, Micaiah in the Hebrew is Micaiah, which goes into what? The same as Micaiah, which is he who is like the power. He who is like Yahweh, man. So when we come in that stead, speaking the right things, we're like as the Most High, man. Telling our people how to move and what to do, because we're his mouthpiece. In the book of Jeremiah, it speaks about if they would have stood in my counsel, they would have warned my people to turn from their evil ways, man. Roughly paraphrasing. But the Lord said, yet they ran and I didn't send their ass, man. So that's why it's of the importance of us to make sure that we're speaking the right things, man. That we're within the blueprint of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, that we're building correctly, directly, and correctly, man.
Yeah, rightly dividing the word of truth. Even Yahushua prayed, he said, I pray that they will be one as me and my Father are one. Roughly paraphrasing. And the elect is going to be on one accord with the Heavenly Father Yahweh and his only begotten Son Yahushua, man. In the book of Sirach, it says that when a father dies and has a son who he's taught and raised up, it's like he's not dead because he left one as himself. So yeah, Yahushua is not here, but he left a bunch of his men that's just like him.
Being made in his image.
Being made in his image,
and
man.
what did Yahushua say? You've been so long with me, Philip, and you have not known me. If you've seen me, you've seen the Father, man.
That's right.
So it's the same thing. Being made in the image of our Lord Yahushua. This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased. Hear ye him.
God.
Go ahead.
And the king of Israel said unto Jehoshaphat, there is yet one man, Micaiah, the son of Imlah, by whom we may inquire of the Lord. But I hate him.
Why do we hate him? What is that, Amos 5 and 10?
Yep.
Let's grab that, man. The scripture says, reprove a scorner, and he will hate thee. Yep. Reprove a wise man, and he will love thee, man. Yep. Go ahead,
Amos 5 and 10, they hate him that rebuketh in the gate.
Hey, they hate him that rebuketh in the gates, but the Lord love him that's rebuking in the gates. It says in the book of Psalms that the Lord loveth the gates of Jerusalem more than all of Zion.
Well, the Lord said, I believe it's Zephaniah, it could be Zechariah, but he said, establish judgment in the gate. What did he say? What I require of you? I'm roughly paraphrasing it, man. To establish judgment in the gate, not to imagine evil in your heart of your neighbor. You're roughly paraphrasing those things, man. It's I think it's Zechariah. It's the same one where it says they refused to hawk and they pulled the shoulder.
Oh, okay, yep.
You know, but when you read up, the Lord tells us what Bible shop.
God, this is Zechariah.
Because establishing judgment in the gate, that's us rebuking in the gate. So proving the brother's point, the Lord loves him that's rebuking in the gate. But those that's in the way of the wicked, they hate it, man. There's a precept in Sirach that says that too. He is in the way of sinners, hate to be reproved. But go ahead.
This is Zechariah chapter 7 and verse 8. And the word of the Lord came unto Zechariah, saying, thus speaketh the Lord of hosts, saying, execute true judgment, and show mercy and compassions every man to his brother, and oppress not the widow.
That tells you right there to judge, though. It says execute true judgment. Even Yahushua himself said it. He said judge righteous judgment. So that shit that they teaching in the church is off. You're not supposed to judge. There's a whole book of judges in the Bible, but you got it.
It says, and oppress not the widow, nor the fatherless, the stranger, nor the poor, and let none of you imagine evil against his brother in your heart. But they refused to hearken and pulled away the shoulder and stopped their ears that they should not hear.
And it's the same, and it's beautiful that the Spirit got us bouncing and reading these things, because that's exactly what Ahab is going to show forth, man. Micaiah was telling him the right way to go, the right thing to do. What was his mentality? Nah, I hate him. He always prophesied evil concerning me. Why?
Joe, that's
Because you occupied in evil, nigga. Hey, it says that there is no good shall come unto him who is always occupied in evil, man. And to him that giveth no alms. I believe that's in Sirach as well. But go ahead.
God, it says, yea, it says, verse 11, but they refused to hearken and pulled away the shoulder and stopped their ears that they should not hear. Yea, they made their hearts as an adamant stone.
As an adamant stone. What did the brother say? What stops the flow? What stops the flow of the river, man? They made their heart as adamant stone. We supposed to be breaking up our fallow ground. This water is supposed to be softening our hearts, man. You know? Making it malleable like the brother said. Go ahead.
It says, yea, they made their hearts as an adamant stone, lest they should hear the law and the words which the Lord of hosts had sent in his spirit by the former prophets.
You see that? By the prophets, man. You know, if you got more, then you can read it. But if that's it, that's...
God, I'll just finish the verse.
Yep.
Therefore came a great wrath from the Lord of hosts.
That's it. Therefore that wrath is going to come, man. Deal with them thus in the time of thy anger, man.
That's right.
And that's why the anger of the Lord, man, look, this judgment that's coming upon this place, man. Hey, we don't want no parts of it, man. You know?
Amos 5 and 10, they hate him that rebuketh in the gate, and they abhor him that speaketh uprightly.
That's it. And they abhor him, they detest him that speaketh uprightly, man. Speaks about how a whore envieth a virtuous and right woman, man. They abhor him that speaketh uprightly. You know, you got something?
I got something where you quoted. It says, Sirach 21 and 6. He that hateth to be reproved is in the way of a sinner, but he that feareth the Lord will repent from his heart. You know? So, shit, sinners will hate to be reproved, man. They don't like hearing this word because it cuts them, man. They know that they're doing wrong, and then the prophets are out there to telling you the right way, but they don't want to do it in their heart, man.
Yeah, that's why they killed the prophets. All right, and the Lord in the last days is going to reveal these people to be prophet killers in this day. Not that you're going to be accomplished. You're not going to fulfill either measure of your father's level. Yeah, you know, and it might be. You know, the Lord might have had these. You know, because it's happened before.
We gave the brother Cap Lee in Chicago. They killed a prophet, man. There was a brother down in I want to say the islands, man. He got stabbed at camp, man. Showing that what? Elder Albert Bivens. So not to say that they won't be able to do it this time. They have been doing it, man. You know? But go ahead. Pop, you say you got something?
Yeah, real quick. This is Amos 5 and 15. It says, hate the evil and love the good and establish judgment in the gate. It may be that the Lord power of hosts will be gracious unto the remnant of Joseph. So you supposed to hate evil, man. It tells you in 1 Thessalonians 5 and 22 to abstain from all evil, man. All right? So you supposed to hate evil and love righteousness, man. We hate this world because it perpetuates nothing but wickedness and evil.
Right.
So that's why we speaking against this place, man.
It's against the Lord. The scripture says, I hate do not hate them that hate your Lord, because these people are against Yahweh Shah. Yeah, so we hate them.
Yeah, we're commanded to love righteousness and hate evil. And that's the job of a priest, man. A priest's job is to separate what's clean from what's unclean, man. Okay?
And it also said, establish judgment in the gate. So the Lord commanded us to come out here and to establish judgment in the gate, but they hate him that rebuketh in the gate. That's establishing that judgment in the gate. Ultimately, they don't hate us, they hate him that sent us, man.
Which prophet was that? He said, I was neither the son of a prophet.
Amos.
Yeah, that was Amos. Yep, I was thinking that too. But he was like, look, man, I wasn't, it wasn't on me to come tell you this, man.
Hey, because going back to the northern kingdom, what did he say? He said, man, tell them words in the southern kingdom.
Yeah.
Don't tell them words in Judah.
Yeah.
You know? Don't say that here. And then Amos had to tell him, like, bro, I'm doing what the Lord said. Look, I was following the sheep herd. Go ahead, bro.
This is Amos chapter 7 and verse 10. It says, then Amaziah the priest of Bethel sent to Jeroboam king of Israel, saying, Amos hath conspired against thee.
And that's these people's mentality, man. When we're telling them that judgment is coming upon them from Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, they're saying that what? We're conspiring against them.
Yeah.
That's what Ahab thought.
Damn.
That's what Zedekiah and the rest of those Jakes thought with Jeremiah.
Yep.
They was like, it's man, Jeremiah for the Babylonians. No! Jeremiah was telling you the will of the Lord, man.
Yeah.
And we're telling you the same thing. Hey, just like we say, look, we got to obey the laws of the land. These dudes in cahoots with Esau. They sold out. Nigga, no! That's what the scriptures tell you, man. It says, be at peace with all men. That's what the scriptures tell you, man.
Yep.
That's what the message doing Rome. But what, the Zealots, the Sicarii, what they was on, man.
Carnal ass niggas.
That's why Paul had to write the letters like, look, Romans 13, the powers that be are ordained, bro. You trying to do your own thing. No, bro, we got to follow the will of the Lord. But what? They despise those things, man.
Lord will repay.
But go ahead, brother.
It says, saying, Amos hath conspired against thee.
Oh, so when they say it's a war on sea theories, that's when we know who they talking about. They talking about the prophets, man. But you got it.
It says, Amos hath conspired against thee in the midst of the house of Israel. The land is not able to bear all his words.
Meaning what? He was telling them about judgment that was going to come upon their ass, man. He was like, bro, the land can't even bear everything he's saying that's about to go down. That's him saying what, man? What he's saying and the judgment and the things? Man, we ain't trying to hear that. That's ultimately what he's saying, man. Go ahead.
It says, for thus Amos said, Jeroboam shall die by the sword, and Israel shall surely be led away captive out of their own land. Also Amaziah said unto Amos, O thou seer, go, flee thee away to the land of Judah, and there eat bread and prophesy there. But prophesy not again anymore at Bethel, for it is the king's chapel, and it is the king's court. Then answered Amos and said to Amaziah, I was no prophet, neither was I a prophet's son.
It's the same thing as us. You know what I'm saying? Our fathers, what, you know, our fathers. We was out doing whatever the hell we was doing, and then the Lord called us to do this, man.
Yeah.
So we're in the same state as Amos. So people come up and be like, why are you saying what you saying? Look, I was minding my business, doing what I was doing, and the Lord told me to come say this to your ass, man. So your beef is with him. Go ahead.
It says, but I was an herdman and a gatherer of sycamore fruit. And the Lord took me as I followed the flock. And the Lord said unto me, go prophesy unto my people Israel.
It's the same thing Lord said to us. Go speak my word. Go drop my word over there, man. You know, oh, hey, that's the spirit. That's the spirit. I thought it was Ezekiel.
It's written in both of them.
But it says toward the south.
Right. Thy word.
But it says, now therefore hear thou the word of the Lord. Thou sayest, prophesy not against Israel, and drop not thy word against the house of Isaac. Therefore, thus said the Lord, thy wife shall be an harlot in the city, and thy sons and thy daughters shall fall by the sword, and thy land shall be divided by line, and thou shalt die in a polluted land, and Israel shall surely go into captivity forth of his land.
And all that happened, man. Even to this day. We're dying in a polluted land. We're over here in America, which is called bitter, right? That's what America means. But also it says what? Our land shall be divided by line. We're witnessing that today. They split the land in half Israel and half Palestine. And neither one of their ass supposed to be there, man. Which through the spirit, a lot of those Palestinians could be, you know, Jakes, but even still, man. But go, that was it on Amos? That was it on Amos. We could jump back to Kings.
It's back in 1 Kings chapter 22 and verse.
Second Kings, right?
First Kings 22 and 8. And the king of Israel said unto Jehoshaphat, there is yet one man, Micaiah, a son of Imlah, by whom we may inquire of the Lord Yahweh. But I hate him, for he doeth not prophesy good concerning me, but evil. And Jehoshaphat said, let not the king say so. Then the king of Israel called an officer and said, hasten hither Micaiah, the son of Imlah.
Now, when we read these things, man, we got to take into account of the atmosphere. We got to put ourselves there. You see what I'm saying? Put yourself in that situation. Imagine how tense the atmosphere is, man. They're talking about matters of war. They're talking about going to war. You got all these false prophets talking about, yeah, you're going to defeat them, you're going to do this and triumph, and you're going to prosper, right? So So keep in mind, once again, the situation in the atmosphere. Go ahead.
And the king of Israel and Jehoshaphat, the king of Judah, sat each on his throne, having put on their robes, and down to the feet, right? Not their t-shirt, with fringes on it, in a buoyed place in the entrance of the gate of Samaria, and all the prophets prophesied before them. And Zedekiah, the son of Kenah.
So keep in mind, this is a big audience too. You got his council, you got the 400 prophets. Keep in mind, you already know Jehoshaphat wasn't there by himself. So he had his men and the men of Judah, So keep in mind, this is well over, 500-600 men. It said, I don't know how many prophets it said. It was 400 prophets. So keep in mind the rest of the entourage, right? Yeah. But go ahead.
And Zedekiah, the son of Kenah, made him horns of iron, and he said, thus saith the Lord, with these shalt thou push the Syrians until thou have consumed them.
Yeah, Apostle Geno Jennings, man. Yeah. These guys with these theatrics. These guys with the outer show and the outer appearance, man. He said he went and got horns of iron. With these is what you know.
That's what a false prophet got to do.
They need all those gimmicks.
Yeah, Hananiah.
Yeah.
Remember that movie Troy with Dude King's like, the bird signs will show you that you are going to win this battle.
Yeah, what he say? A farmer this morning saw an eagle.
right.
With a fish in his talons. Yeah. Hector was mad as hell.
Like, man, what the fuck?
Hector said bird signs. Bird signs. But that's these niggas. That's these niggas, man. But go ahead.
It says, and all the prophets prophesied, so saying, go up to Ramoth Gilead and prosper. Prosperity doctrine. For the Lord shall deliver it into the king's hand. So yeah, that prosperity doctrine feels good on Sunday morning, but ultimately that's going to lead you to your death.
Yep.
All right? Because it's not the truth. It's not what's really about to go down. All right? They speaking, but they ain't sent from Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. It says, and the messenger that was gone to call Micaiah spake unto him, say.
So before they even got there, he let Micaiah know what? Go ahead.
Saying, behold, now the words of the prophets declare good unto the king with one mouth. Let thy word, I pray thee, be like the word of one of them, and speak that which is good.
So before they even got there, the dude that went and got him was like, look, make sure you speak some good shit, man. I know what you on. Don't be on that. Say some good shit.
Yeah, he said they already told him he's finna go and win. So pretty much say what they say. Go with it. And it's this 400 men versus one man.
And it's showing you the prophets go against the grain, man.
That's right. Yeah.
That's why in the book of Matthew, the 6th chapter, what do y'all, I think it's the 7th chapter, 7 and 13, let's grab that Bible shot.
This is Matthew chapter 7 and verse 13.
That's why in the way we walking and how we moving, there's very few that can move in that spirit, man. That can move in that way. Go ahead.
Matthew 7 and 13. Enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction. And many there be which go in thereat.
And many there be which go in thereat, like the 400 prophets of Baal. Not only with Micaiah, but also with Elijah, man. Yep. They were crying and talking to their God. Elijah got the mocking their ass. Well, shit, maybe you need to cry louder. Maybe that nigga sleep. Right. Maybe he in a journey.
Long journey.
They got the hopping on the altar. They got the cutting themselves and shit.
Weirdos.
Elijah, you could just imagine Elijah was sitting there just laughing at their ass like, man, these niggas crazy. Then he went and got the water, filled the water up, man. Called on the Lord and the fire came down, man. You see? But go ahead.
Verse 14, because straight is the gate and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it.
And few there be that find it, man. Because only a few is going to speak the truthful words, and only a few is going to hearken unto it. You jump back.
One more?
Yeah.
Beware of false prophets,
Damn, yep.
which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves.
That's it.
There's a lot of, and it says, in the last days, there shall be many false prophets, man. All right? And there's more false prophets than there is real prophets. All right? Which is what we're showing throughout these precepts. Okay, did you have something?
I'll let you finish on that.
That's it on that.
Hey, but what's that
Okay,
scripture
right.
says? They hope that they will confirm the word.
Yep.
Hey, they said peace. Woe to the prophets that say peace.
Type in help confirm. Looking for that. Go ahead.
First Kings chapter 22 and verse 14. And Micaiah said, as the Lord Yahweh liveth, what the Lord saith unto me, that will I speak.
Exactly, man. So you sitting there talking about let thy word be as such. Nah, bro. Whatever the Lord tell me to say, that's what I'm about to say, man. And it's the same thing here. No matter who walks up to us, Vocab can walk up to us, fucking Biden old ass can walk up to us, whoever the hell come up here, man. We're going to tell you the words of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shah, what the Lord told us to say. Go ahead.
So he came.
Like our message don't be different or something, man. You know? Like a couple years back, this nigga was hopping to all these camps. You got the same answer, my nigga.
Yeah, slaughtered in each and every camp.
Every camp your ass wandered to, you got the same answer.
Jumping off the ropes on this one.
Go ahead.
So he came to the king, and the king said unto him, Micaiah, shall we go against Ramoth Gilead to battle?
Now, once again, put yourself in the situation. Put yourself in this atmosphere, man. So Micaiah approaches the council, right? Ahab asks him, so hey, we gonna do this. Now keep in mind, Ahab already in his mind, like, bro, this nigga finna say something against me. So you can just imagine his facial features, man. He probably scolding him. He probably got the rock eyebrow. Should I go? You know what I'm saying? Keep in mind, because the scriptures don't keep in mind of atmosphere, situations, bodily language. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, like Apostle Gabar says, you gotta envision it. You gotta put yourself there in the situation, man. Read the atmosphere. Don't just read the scriptures. Read it in the spirit, man, as if you were there. Right? But go ahead.
Shall we go against Ramoth Gilead to battle, or shall we forbear? And he answered him, go and prosper.
Like, so keep in mind bodily language. So Micaiah was like, yeah, man, just go ahead, prosper. God, yeah, you're gonna win the battle.
He told him what he wanted.
You know? But keep in mind, Ahab knew, like, bro, nah, you bullshit. So keep in mind of bodily language, man. Because he probably was like, yeah, whatever. He was probably nonchalant in his response. See, when you read the precepts, bro, it don't give you tone of voice.
Hey.
It don't give you none of that. You gotta envision it. You gotta put it, you know.
I remember Willie Walker, he was like, no, stop, don't.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, because the motherfuckers about to kill themselves. He was like, stop, help, police.
But see, look, but say that was written. Say that was written.
Right.
You could read that as no, stop, don't. But really, he was like, yeah, don't do it. He was nonchalant about it because he knew what they wanted to do anyway. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But go ahead.
It says, Slakia, go and prosper, for the Lord shall deliver it into the hand of the king. And the king said unto him, how many times shall I adjure thee that thou tell me nothing but that which is true in the name of the Lord Yahweh?
So he read it. He like, bro, come on, bro, you bullshitting me, man. You know?
Tell me what's written.
And my guy was like, yeah, you right. Well, nigga, now, okay, you, all right. You know, go ahead.
And he said, I saw all Israel scattered upon the hills, as sheep that have not a shepherd. And the Lord said, these have no master. Let them return every man to his house.
And that was a parable. Yeah, that was a parable, man. That was him saying that the shepherd, being the king, being Ahab, would die.
Yeah. Israel will be scattered.
You know?
Chased out.
Yeah, in which the Lord is so perfect, bro. The Lord is so cold, which we were talking about this earlier. This is how we know this is not inspired by man. This is a precept we can use to show that the lost sheep is Israel, man. You know? In John 10, when Yahweh Shah said, my sheep hear my voice. So when we talk about the sheep and these different things, these is precepts to show that it's talking about Israel and Israel only. But go ahead.
And the king of Israel said unto Jehoshaphat, did I not tell thee that he would prophesy no good concerning me, but evil? And he said, hear thou therefore the word of the Lord. I saw the Lord sitting on his throne, and all the hosts of heaven standing by him on his right hand and on his left. And the Lord, it says in Job that the Lord worketh on the right hand and on the left, man. I was watching the Apostle Gabar, his video he did, I think he did it yesterday, various topics, but he was going in on how the Lord got, it says the deceived and the deceiver are his.
Right.
These gods that you're serving, that's the Lord on the left-handed side. You think it's this God, right? It's deity. It's the Lord on it's the Lord on his left-handed side because he works on both ends, man.
You think it's Molech?
But it's
You know,
the left hand of the Lord.
your ass eating baby flesh, sacrificing all kind of shit to this big 50-foot owl, and your ass prospering in this life thinking that that owl is what's allowing that. It's the Lord, man.
I got that. I read it out real quick. It's Job 23:9. On the left hand where he doth work, but I cannot behold him. He hideth himself on the right hand that I cannot see him.
Right. It says, and the Lord said, who shall persuade Ahab that he may go up and fall at Ramoth Gilead? And one said on this manner, and another said on that manner.
And keep in mind, what as Micah I is explaining this, why is he using this verbiage? He's seen in the vision, what did the Lord say? He said, which one of you spirits is going to persuade Ahab?
Yeah, to get him to go.
What does that sound like? Those are seducing spirits, man.
Wow.
So we got to be mindful of that. When we read these things, once again, we don't just read these things, man. We read these things, what? Also for edification for ourselves.
Wow.
So we can have a proper defense against what? Seducing spirits, man, and doctrines of devils.
Yeah, yeah.
But go ahead.
So he listened to the left-hand counsel instead of listening to the right-hand counsel. It says,
It is of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai that we're able to discern that, man. The water Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Once again, going back to what the brother quoted, what Apostle Paul says, the deceived and the deceiver are his. There's a precept where it says that, I believe it's Ezekiel, the Lord said, if a prophet be deceived, I, the Lord, have deceived that prophet. That's what's scary, man. That's what's scary. And that's what should motivate us to move in the fear of the Lord, man, to be transparent. We can't read these things and still operate in a certain way. Nah, hell no, man. Go ahead, though.
and there came forth a spirit and stood before the Lord and said, I will persuade him.
Like I watched Elder Yashawamba's video early on 1 Peter the 5th chapter, man. He was going into order within the churches. And he had mentioned that it goes deeper than just the command. See, these other camps, man, they face value, man. Or surface Israelites. And what I mean by that is, it's all about, you got your fringes on, brother? You know,
Wear pants.
it's all about what? They mainly focus on the 613 laws, man. Which we ought to keep those things to the best of our ability, but what about the rest of the precepts? What about the rest of the book, man? See, these things are commandments as well. When we read the book of Peter, those precepts are commandments, man. When we're reading James, we're reading in Job, we're reading Isaiah. When we read these things, those are commandments. You see? So we ought to move in the spirit of those things that we're reading. A guy, nigga, Proverbs is optional. Well, it's wisdom that I could apply or not. Nigga, no, bro.
No.
You move in the spirit of these things that we're learning, man. It's not optional. Yeah, you know. Sirach says what? Prove what is evil for it and give not that son. That's not an option, my nigga. No.
Commandment.
That's
nigga.
a commandment to keep you what? On the right path. It says arise and depart. This is not your rest. Because it is polluted. It will destroy you with a sword destruction. Yep. So we're reading these things for what? For our betterment, man. Not to be able to just, I can recite it and teach it. It goes deeper than that. It's for me to live it and prosper and benefit from it, man. You know?
The scriptures talk about how the law is a schoolmaster, man. You watch this movie called The Last Emperor, man. He had all type of tutors and people that were raising him up in economics and combat and war and all that, man. Hey, this word all through, man, it shows you the conduct of a king, man. Okay? How to create a king, man. What did King Solomon ask for, man? He asked for wisdom, man. You know, when Solomon's mother, when she called him Lemuel, when she was telling them those things, man, you know, about drinking and women and stuff like that, that was wisdom that was gonna raise him up to be a wise king, man.
Yeah, and that mother is representative of wisdom.
You know? Our alma mater. What's alma mater means our nourishing mother, man. That's this wisdom, man. You know.
It says, 1 Kings chapter 22 and verse 22. And the Lord said unto him, wherewith? And he said, I will go forth, and I will be a lying spirit spirit in the mouth of all his prophets. And he said, thou shalt persuade him and prevail also. Go forth and do so.
Right. So Micah, I gave a whole breakdown. Like, look, these niggas is lying. You ain't finna go there and prosper. Your ass about to go there and die.
Right, right.
Gave him the breakdown. He told him the truth. He didn't shun to declare unto him the counsel of the Lord, man.
You're gonna die.
You know?
But that's why he gave him that response
never
when
gonna
he
know.
first asked him, because he was
Who's
going to
gonna
do that anyway. He already knew he was going to go and follow the counsel of the false prophets, man. It says, now therefore, behold, the Lord hath put a lying spirit in the mouth of all these thy prophets, and the Lord hath spoken evil concerning thee. But Zedekiah, the son of Kenaanah, went near and smote Micaiah on the cheek.
Yep. I have not hid my face from smiting or from spitting.
You gotta pay for
We gonna tell you what it is, man. Regardless, keep in mind, he's telling this to the king. Keep in mind the influence in the majority of people was with the king going to prosper. He went and still told the will of the Lord, man. Against what? Against? Yeah, that's pressure. That's being in the fire.
He didn't fold.
You know, against all the favorites.
Yeah.
The favorites, what they say, it was the odds was against him, man. You know, and yet he still stood boldly. We can see him not being ashamed to declare the counsel of the Lord.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
That was like a hour of temptation for him. That was a time of him being tempted. On the way there, the dude's telling him, yeah, you better not, like, he's really threatening him, like, bro, you better say what everybody else is saying. They already spoke good concerning him. And he didn't fold under that pressure, man. He remained faithful.
And is that the same dude, the Zedekiah? Is that the same dude that went and got him?
Yeah.
Because you could just imagine, he told him what to say, then he said something opposite, he went and hit him. Ow, didn't I tell you to, you know?
It says, which way went the spirit? Let me start from the top of that. This is 1 Kings 22 and 24. But Zedekiah, the son of
No, Zedekiah was the one that made the horns, right?
Right, yeah, he's the one that did all that extra,
all the
that
theatrics.
extra, yeah.
Yep.
But Zedekiah, but they was all in cahoots. They was all in the same.
Showing you that this dude Zedekiah, he was the leader of those 400 prophets of Baal. Why did they name him by name? You know?
Damn.
He got a greater judgment coming to him, man. But go ahead, though.
That's probably when he had asked from the council from the other prophets, it was probably one man that came before and instead of all the prophets, like, you know, to talk on behalf of all of them, not 400 of them coming and all saying they counsel.
But Zedekiah, the son of Kenaanah, went near and smote Micaiah on the cheek and said, which way went the spirit of the Lord from me to speak unto thee? And Micaiah
basically saying the spirit of the Lord is in me. That's basically what he's saying, man. When did the spirit leave me and come say that to you? You know?
And Micaiah said, behold, thou shalt see in that day when thou shalt go into an inner chamber and hide to hide thyself. But we gonna see who the Lord's with.
And that's gonna happen. A lot of these false prophets, man, they when these things start to ramp up and pop off, you ain't gonna see their face, man. They gonna go and run, man. Yeah. They gonna go and hide, man. Just like what he said that this dude is gonna that he did. You know?
He said their mother and father shall thrust them through when they prophesy. Say you prophesy lies. They gonna try to say they ain't prophets. You know what I'm saying?
I will.
I didn't say that, moron.
Yeah. Where these wounds? It says where these wounds in our hands? Where did they come from? He said where I was wounded in the house of my friend. Nah, your congregation tried to kill your ass.
No, really, that's going into the account we spoke about earlier with those false prophets cutting themselves.
Oh, okay.
Because that's a false prophet. That was those marks of a false prophet. They would cut themselves in the name of their God. So when they came to them and said, where are these marks?
Okay.
Nigga, didn't Molech tell you to whoop up the man? No, I didn't get these marks from that. I got these marks from I was cutting down this tree. So they gonna lie and say that they weren't prophets, man. You know? But go ahead.
And the king of Israel said, take Micaiah and carry him back unto Amon, the governor of the city, and to Joash, the king's son, and say, thus saith the king, put this fellow in the prison and feed him with bread of affliction and with water of affliction.
And look what that man had to go through for speaking what was right. For speaking the truth, man. Go ahead.
Until I come in peace.
And he didn't come back in peace, man. That nigga did You know? And on top of that, a prophet had already prophesied his death anyway. Then he say the dog shall lick his blood. It was a certain prophet that prophesied Ahab's death, man, because he had killed Jezebel, had killed old dude for that field, and then it was a prophecy, man, that said that the dogs shall lick his blood up, man, and that's what happened. Because he died on the battlefield, but that chariot where his blood was in, when they came and washed that blood out back in Samaria, the dogs licked his blood. Bro, the Lord's so cold, man.
Wow.
But are we done in there?
Yeah, unless you read.
No, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Whatever precepts we got, we still hold the Sirach as well.
Oh, I'll hit you one more on that.
Yeah, you got
it.
it.
Says in Micah, I said, if thou return at all in peace, the Lord hath not spoken by me. And he said, hearken, O people, every one of you. So we gonna see who the Lord is speaking through, man. All right, it says, when this thing come to pass, lo, it will come. Then you shall know a prophet has been among you. And when the Lord revealed who his prophets are, he also revealed who the false prophets are. All right? So everybody that's talking about the charagma, okay, it ain't the C-hip. All right? We gonna see in them days. We gonna see who the Lord is speaking through. Okay? That's it on that.
I got two real quick. This is the book of Acts. This is the book of Acts, chapter 4, in verse 18. It says, I'm gonna start at verse 13 and read down. It says, now when they saw the boldness of Peter and John and perceived that they were unlearned and ignorant men, they marveled and they took knowledge of them that they had been with Yahushua. So these men were bold, man. It says the righteous man shall stand in great boldness before the faces of such as have afflicted him. You know, so that's the same spirit that we're coming in, man. It says,
yeah, and they didn't go to no theological school, but they still spoke with that authority like Yahushua had, right? Because they was filled with the Spirit, man. Okay, they didn't have no degrees. They went to this school and that school.
Paul was a learned man. Paul was raised up as a Pharisee. His father was a Pharisee. So Paul was learned. These men wasn't. That's why there's another precept, I believe it's Luke, where they said, how knoweth this man led us? They were talking about Yahushua. How knoweth this man led us, having never learned? Because Yahushua wasn't raised in those schools, man. Same thing with the disciples. Turned apostles, you know? But you got it.
It says, I got one real quick. Matthew 7 and 28. It says, and it came to pass when Yahweh...
And it's the same spirit we coming in, man. Hey, vocab is really amazed. That's why he's gravitated toward us, man. That man's amazed at the knowledge that we have, the things that we bring forth, man. Starting with our apostles, man.
Yeah, he bowed down to the apostles.
Knowing that, hey, we ain't go to no theologian school, man. We ain't go to none of these seminaries.
We fucking them up.
You know? But yet, the Lord has given us a mouth that no man shall be able to gainsay or resist, man. You know?
And Scripture says these are men that are wondered at. All right, man. Hey, you people wouldn't know. If the prophets did just disappear right now, these people wouldn't know what to do with their fucking self, man. Vocab would probably go kill himself, man. He wouldn't have no purpose no more, man. Hey, we become like a landmark, man. Okay. What was that? Was that Ezekiel? He said, "I am your sign. I am your sign." You know, we're pretty much like a landmark, man. You know.
This is Matthew 7 and 28. And it came to pass, when Yahushua had ended these sayings, the people were astonished at his doctrine. Now, like the brother had said, like vocab, he's amazed. The same thing there was with Yahushua, with how he was. Well, I'm gonna read it. Verse 29, for he taught them as one having authority and not as the scribes. All right? And I'm going to read it in the NLT. Matthew 7 and 28. When Yahushua had finished saying these things, the crowds were amazed at his teaching. For he taught with real authority, quite unlike their teachers of religious law. So that's the amazement, man. And that's the same spirit that the men that were following Yahushua, how they were teaching with boldness, with authority, man. Through the Holy Spirit.
With affirmation.
Yeah.
You know, the affirmation, man.
Confidence, yeah.
We affirm these things through the precepts, man. Yeah. And standing on it. That's what the word says. That's what it is, man.
That's right.
You know, it can back those things up. You know?
Hey, shake the hand. that they may go into the gates of the nobles, man. So, hey, we're rebuking you, man. The scripture says these words are profitable for rebuke, for reproof, for instruction in righteousness, man. That's what it's for. Hey, they got a saying in the world to throw the book at you, man. Like when you go to the court and the judge like slam your ass, man. They say they threw the book at you. Well, spiritually, that's what we're doing to the whole world.
That's how you get everything in order.
Yeah.
With this word, it says, "Thy rod and thy staff comfort me."
Yeah.
With the rod and the staff, that's how you get the sheep in line. That's how you get the sheep in order, man. You know, and that's what the Lord is doing. He's getting His people in order first, and then He's going to get the rest of the world in order, man.
Yeah.
Like Pastor always says, the Lord is bringing the new world order. All right, a righteous world with order, man.
Through his men, through his people. There's a precept in Wisdom of Solomon where it says that the Lord, he gave the law unto his people in order to give it to the rest of the world. I'm roughly paraphrasing it, man. You know, that's why in the book of Isaiah and Micah, they seen in the kingdom of heaven that these heathen are going to come up to Jerusalem. Why? Because the light and the word is coming out from them, man. So the Lord has purposed that his people is going to govern the new world to come, man.
Yep, that's right.
You know?
Well, it says in the book of Isaiah 32, it says, "A king shall reign in righteousness, and princes shall rule in judgment." All right, so the king is Yahweh Shai Mashiach. And then the princes starts with King David and the rest of the elect. Each man in their order, man.
And it starts with, what's that movie? Brightburn. Hey, that voice
Take the
told
world.
him what? Take the world. Well, that's what it's going to start with. It's going to start with subjugating this earth, man. Through what? With the rod of iron, as Yahweh Shah said in Revelation, the 2nd chapter, man.
Yep.
That's what it's going to start. And after these heathen get their ass beaten down, get broken into pieces for 1,000 years, man, then they're going to realize and understand, oh, this is the best way to go. Let us take our ass up to Jerusalem, man. Let's make sure that we're worshiping Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, and we're acknowledging that this is the blessed people, man.
Right.
You know?
And what it says, I will set them in order before thine eyes. So, like the brother said, the Lord's going to put his men in order first. Scripture says, I shall cause you to pass under the rod, and I shall bring you into the bond of the covenant, man. Okay? So, hey, man, we getting it. Shit, just like, we rebuking shit. We getting cut too, man. This word is a two-edged sword. Hey, we're passing under that rod, man. Okay?
Hear ye the rod, and who have appointed it, man.
Back in Acts chapters 4, in verse 14, and beholding the man which was healed standing with them, they could say nothing against it. But when they had commanded them to go aside out of the council, they conferred among themselves, saying, what shall we do to these men? For that indeed a notable miracle hath been done by them is manifest to all them that dwell in Jerusalem, and we cannot deny it. But
And that's going to happen again on this side, as it says in the book of Acts. The Lord said, "You shall be witnesses unto me, both in Jerusalem, in Samaria, and unto the uttermost part of the earth." All right, and that's where we at right now, the other side of the world. Okay, so there's going to be notable miracles done amongst the men of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, done amongst the apostles, done amongst the elders, which you can't deny, man. All right, and the Lord's going to show who His chosen is. Go ahead.
it says,
And the Lord said, "He that believeth on me, the works that I do, he shall do even greater." Okay? The Lord was healing people, raising people from the dead. All right? We've seen the apostles do that in the book of Acts. And they're going to do them same acts over here in the Western Hemisphere, man. But you got it.
verse 17, but that it spread no further among the people. Let us straightly threaten them, that they speak henceforth to no man in
And
his...
that's what they're trying to do now. They're trying to stop this word, the fame of Yahweh Shai, from spreading.
Well,
But they
yeah,
can't.
The threats is going up. And I mean by that is what they're setting up their regulation, or they setting up their legislation, man. Like the brother said, you had the UN. The UN. I was going to say the EU. Same thing though, but the UN, they came out and said, what? We got to start cracking down on these conspiracy theories, man. You know, what are they talking about? They're talking about us. You know, that's the main point. See, they put it in this wide. You know,
Right.
but we're the focal point, man. Yeah. Now keep in mind, they is talking about guys like Christopher Green and you know certain guys are set up, which I personally think Alex Jones is set up.
Yeah, Bill Hicks.
He's set up for that.
Well, yeah.
They're using him as an example, right? To crack down on what? The free speech, man. To crack down on us being able to say certain things. And it's going to translate to what? All these different platforms. But what? The focal point is us, man. You know?
That's why Scripture says the dragon cast waters out like a flood that her and her child may be carried away, man. So this flood, the Scripture says they're going to be like madmen sparing none. So when they do finally crack down on the citizens and the people that they consider dissidents, okay, their main hope is to catch the elect in that flood.
Well, Revelations, I think
Flood
it's
is
the
their
same.
armies, man.
Yeah, they armies, yeah.
In Revelations, it says that the dragon will make war with the remnant of the saints, keep the commandments, and have the testimony of Yahweh Shai Mashiach. So their main target, it says that they shoot in secret at the perfect, man. So their main target is the Lord's chosen, the ones that have the blood of the testimony of the Lamb.
Yeah,
that's who they want to get. They want to come and get us, man.
So when the armies come in and flood, they're not going to be sparing nobody, but their main focal point is going to be, Scripture says there shall be a great insurrection upon them that fear the Lord. So yeah, they're going to be slaughtering everybody. Summary executions, that's when they line people up, you know, put them on their knees, bam, bam, bam. You know, that's going to be Judge Dredd shit. You know what I'm saying? Judge, jury, executioner on the spot. They're going to be doing all that. But the main focus is going to be trying to get them damn prophets. That's what they're saying right now. Get them damn prophets, man. That's what they want, man. So their hope is to catch us up in that flood, man. Hey, but the scripture says, hey, what David said, he delivered me out of great waters, man.
Floods of ungodly men.
Yeah, the floods of ungodly men. It says, woe to the nations, the rushing of nations that make a rushing as mighty waters. It says they shall rush, but Yahweh Bashim Shai shall rebuke them, man. You know?
But we got to be standing on that rock because it says when the floods came and beat upon that house, the house didn't fall because it was founded upon a rock. And it was founded upon a rock because those men not only heard the word, but they followed the word, they kept the word, they walked it. Okay? It says when the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. The Spirit of the Lord is going to lift up a standard for the ones that's been in the Spirit, that's been sown into the Spirit.
That same, I'm not sure if it's a verse above it or a verse below it, but it speaks about the Redeemer coming to those that turn from transgression. That's who the standard is going to be lifted for, man. You know? Those that repent, those that come back and walk in his ways, man. Go ahead.
This is, I got one real quick. This book of Isaiah, chapter 17 and verse 12. Woe to the multitude of many people, which make a noise like the noise of the seas, and to the rushing of nations that make a rushing like the rushing of mighty waters.
And Scripture says, the wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, man. These heathens are mad, bro. Hey, you remember early on we had stories about the Chicago camp? You had gooks all the way in China fucking with the elders fucking light bill and shit, sending them threatening notes and shit, talking about how we gonna come in with our army, we gonna come for you, man. You know, we gonna kill you. You know, these heathens are mad, mainly the elites, man, but they're all mad, man. What you says, why do the heathen rage, man? You know?
It says, verse 13, the nations shall rush like the rushing of many waters, but the Most High shall rebuke them. And they shall flee far off, and shall be chased as the chaff of the mountains before the wind, and like a rolling thing before the whirlwind.
So yeah, when you come in like a flood, hey, the Lord, hey, you got Michael the archangel that's gonna come down and fight, man. Okay, the angels, and the Lord gonna come, man. Oh, the Lord's gonna raise up spiritual powers, man. This is gonna be amazing, man. This is already amazing, man. I'm like, man, this is amazing, man, to know what we know, man. This is amazing, man. There's no room to fear you, man. The scripture says, where's the fury of the oppressor, man? As if he was ready to destroy, man. Nigga, do you know what the fuck, bro?
You know who we serve?
Come on, man.
You know who your father is?
Yeah.
Do you know? Like you gotta know that, man.
Yeah, bro.
Because if you don't, then your ass gonna be left out there, man. You know?
This is the book of Isaiah 51 in verse 12, it says, I, even I, am he that comforteth you. Who art thou that thou shouldest be afraid of a man that shall die, and of the Son of Man which shall be made as grass?
That shall be made as grass. It's like somebody scared of grass. Right. You know?
Damn.
You ain't scared of the grass, nigga. Right. You know? What you go? No matter how tall it get, bro, that shit. Nobody is scared of the grass, bro.
Grass phobia.
Yeah, you scared of an axe and shit. Nobody ain't even holding it. You just see an axe. No! And then you fucking
Damn.
No, man. Scripture says, shall the axe boast with him, boast against him that hew therewith? Hey, you had that movie Conan, man. You had Thulsa Doom. I don't know if you ever seen the movie Conan, but you had this guy called Thulsa Doom, which was James Earl Jones. And
big ass snake.
yeah, throughout the whole movie, they had something called the Riddle of Steel. And then James Earl Jones told him the Riddle of Steel because in the beginning, Conan's father, that's how you know he was an Edomite. Conan's father said this. He said, you can't trust man, you can't trust beast. He showed him his sword. He said, this you can trust. So Conan trusted his sword. But then Thulsa Doom said, hey, he said, because Thulsa Doom was about to kill his ass. He said, look, you want to know the Riddle of Steel? He said, it's the least that I can do. Because he was about to kill his ass. He said, steel isn't strong, my boy. He said, the hand is stronger. He said, what is the sword compared to the hand that wields it? So he was basically telling him, like, bro, the sword ain't shit. The hand that wields the sword, that's what you got to worry about. And that's what we're telling you, man. You're a fucking stick, man. Okay?
It says, I, even I, am he that comforteth you. Who art thou that thou shouldest be afraid of a man that shall die, and the Son of Man which shall be made as grass, and forgettest the Lord thy Maker that has stretched forth the heavens and laid the foundations of the earth?
So this is who comforts us. This is who we serve. He made everything. Things that we see, things that we don't see. Who sitteth in the thrones of heavens, right? This is who we serve.
That's it.
The man, the power that's in control over everything. Why would we fear this devil? A man that's being put out of rulership. A man that's going down, right?
And has feared continually every day because of the fury of the oppressor, as if he were ready to destroy.
As if. And they got that saying as well, as if. Go ahead, man.
And where's the fury of the oppressor?
And where is the fury of the oppressor, man? Okay? Look what happened to Antiochus, man. He was, man, I'm finna go get my chariot, man. That nigga hopped on that motherfucking shit.
That nigga is freaking out, boy.
He fell down and had a boo-boo. Okay?
Car accident.
Bro, it talked about it, bro. Yeah, it said, bro, he had a previous fall.
That nigga.
You just imagine how he made haste, you know?
He flew out like Aerosmith.
Yeah, you know,
Damn.
the chariot was going, horses running hard.
The horse probably buckled.
And bro, you can see that nigga, bro. You can just see the way he fell out of that chariot, boy.
That nigga hit the ground, you fucking Israelites.
That nigga hit a tumble.
He got up and was still proud. Lord humbled him.
But then the Lord smote him with that disease, man.
Curable.
You know?
Hey, it's good to talk about how that judgment was following his ass, man.
Yep. This is back in the book of Acts, chapter 4, and verse 17.
Damn.
Turtle doves mean the sign of love, of faith, affirmation. You know?
This is Acts chapter 4 and verse 17. It says, but that it spread no further among the people. Let us straightly threaten them that they should speak henceforth to no man in this name. And they called them and commanded them not to speak at all, nor teach in the name of Yahushua. But Peter and John answered and said unto them, whether it be right in the sight of the Most High to hearken unto you more than unto the Most High, judge ye. For we cannot but speak the things which we have seen and heard. So when they had further threatened them, they let them go, finding nothing how they might punish them because of the people, for all men glorified the Most High for that which was done. You know, but that was pretty much the point, man. All right, so they were threatening them and everything like that. They were like, look, You think we're gonna listen to y'all more than listen to what the Most High told us to do? And then they also said, well, we only gonna speak what we've seen and heard, man. So the same, hey, we're gonna speak what the Lord has commanded us to speak, man, through the Spirit. You know?
Right, so hey, don't hate the messengers, man. Hate the Lord, because all we doing is speaking the words of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. You know?
And ultimately, that's what it is, though. Yeah. And because they can't touch the Lord, they're going to touch the messenger, man. You know? Since it ain't you that they hate, you know?
And even Moses and Aaron, you're not speaking against us. That's what you're getting.
No, I was John 7:7. The world cannot hate you, but me it hateth, because I testify of it, that the works thereof are evil.
Yep, and that's all we doing. We testifying against this place because it's evil, it's wicked. So hey, so we gonna keep on doing that. We're gonna keep crying out to the Lord and prophesying the downfall of this place, man. Cause hey, this shit is played out. It's over with, man. The wickedness of this place have reached the heavens, man. So the Lord is about to crack the skies and clean this place out. You know.
That's right. This is Luke 10:16. He that heareth you heareth me, and he that despiseth you despiseth me, and he that despiseth me despiseth him that sent me.
That's it. That's Luke 10:16, right?
Yep.
And what's that? Proverbs 13:13. Whoever despises this word shall be destroyed.
Woo.
So if you despise this word, you're gonna be destroyed.
So
You know?
they perish
Plain
under
and
2 or
simple.
3 witnesses. Hebrews 6. Hebrews 10.
Yeah, and even in the book of Isaiah, or no, it's not Isaiah 10th chapter. It's like 32 or no, not 32. It's when the Assyrians came and was boasting. The Assyrians came, he was boasting, and then the Lord took that personal, man. Okay, he was talking about how he ran through the Philistines and their gods, and he ran through this nation and their gods. And he's saying, I'm gonna do the same to y'all, right? And the Lord took that personal, all right? And he came. He slaughtered what, like 180,000 of them. Okay, so all your boastings against his people, the Lord's gonna take that personal, especially against his men, his prophets that serving him, his messengers.
He said he heard it. Oh yeah. I think it's Ezekiel.
I got it.
Yep.
It's Ezekiel 35 and verse 13. Thus with your mouth ye have boasted against me, and have multiplied your words against me. I have heard them. Thus saith the Lord power, when the whole earth rejoices.
No, you read 13, what does 12 say?
Verse 12, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord. Can you start up, Warren?
Yeah. Because didn't it say that these two houses?
Yep,
like
yep.
I said,
This is Isaiah chapter 35 and verse,
you Ezekiel, right?
it's like Ezekiel 35 and verse 9. I will make thee perpetual desolation, and thy cities shall not return, and ye shall know that I am the Lord. Because thou hast said, these two nations and these two countries shall be mine.
Because thou hast said, these two nations,
Yeah.
northern and southern kingdom,
Yep.
and these two countries, Samaria and Judah, shall be mine.
They're saying that
So
now.
because you boasted and talking shit against the Lord's people, go ahead.
And we will possess it, whereas the Lord was there. And they saying that now by saying, well, look, we finna tag y'all up. We about to put this digital all within y'all. Saying that y'all about to be mine. I'm about to stamp y'all and show that I own y'all. It's the same mentality. It's the mentality that he has now. Verse 11, therefore as I live, saith the Lord power, I will even do according to thine anger, and according to thine envy, which thou hast used out of thine hatred against them. And I will make myself known among them. And it's like it, when I have judged thee. It's powerful, man. And thou shalt know that I am the Lord, and that I have heard all thy blasphemies, which thou hast spoken against the mountains of Israel.
Against who?
The mountains of Israel.
Exactly, man. Go ahead.
They are laid waste. It's like they are laid desolate. They are given us to consume.
That's what they say. They say that this people, this land is laid desolate and it's given to us to consume, man. What it says, their possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. They say that they sin against the Lord, but guess what? There's a judgment for the things that you've done unto the Lord's people, man. Go ahead.
Verse 13.
And all that shit talking you've talked with that Lamentation 4, is this the city that men call you? You gonna have to answer for that, man. Go ahead.
That's with your mouth ye have boasted against me.
You see that? So all that shit talking you talk against the Lord's people, you're saying that against the Lord himself, man.
Yep.
calling us spicks, wetbacks, the niggas,
Yeah, monkeys.
calling us all that, man. All these different terms in these different languages and shit, you gotta pay. Go ahead.
It says, and have multiplied your words against me. I have heard them. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, when the whole earth rejoiceth, I will make thee desolate.
That's it.
And that's Esau, man. Scripture says, all that go back by shall hiss at thee, man.
And that's a perfect precept to show that this devil is still here on this earth, man. You know? Because it says what? When the whole earth rejoices, I will make thee desolate.
Yeah.
When did that happen?
Right. Yeah. That's going to happen when the righteous come into rulership.
Proverbs 29.
All right? And the righteous is not in the rulership yet. Obviously, look what's going on around the world. All type of wicked, detestable shit going on in this earth, man.
Yeah, and judgment is wrapping up, man. You know, the Lord is sending earthquakes. The Lord is sending motherfucking mudslides and floods. And, man, there's judgment going all over the world, man. You know?
I'll plague Egypt as before.
Hey, even like just recently, that lightning strike in front of the White House that killed them.
They killed that couple.
Yeah, killed that couple. Like, hey, the Lord knocking niggas down, man.
They were probably kissing too and shit, struck him right in the middle of the lips. I got one. It's Ezekiel 36:5. Therefore thus saith Yahweh power. Surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen and against all Idumea. Right? Because what the scripture says, the bastard shall dwell in Ashdod. Who's there now? You don't tell me that's the kingdom of heaven, man. Over there getting sprayed with skunk cannons, man. All right, getting shot at with rockets, right?
Nude beaches.
Right.
Gay parades. Oral circumcision.
Right. Which have appointed my land into their possession with the joy of all their heart.
The Balfour Declaration.
Yep.
Right? And who was that written to? Lord Rothschild. Showing you who Idumea is, man.
Yeah.
Showing you who the Edomites are, man. Go ahead.
With the joy of all their heart, with despiteful minds to cast it out for a prey. So yeah, man, you are happy to take out. And they got a movie with Paul Newman, man, showing you how they took over that land, man, from the Palestinians, man. They making it seem like they all victims and shit. Everybody's sad about them and shit, man. You've been the world's biggest victim for forever, man. Okay? But now you're getting exposed to be the fucking #1 thief. Your own people hate you, man. You Amalekites, man. You small hatters, man. Your own people hate you, man.
Esau hate himself.
Esau hate himself.
Yeah, like all of you got the Americans hating the Russians. You got the French motherfuckers hating the Germans. Like Esau just a piece of shit, man.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful because what? The curses that were on us is being translated to these devils, man.
Yeah, that's right.
A house that is divided cannot stand but half an end, as our Lord told us, man. You know, and we're seeing a downfall of our enemies.
Right.
Which is why we shouldn't be ashamed to come out here and speak and live the way we're living. And speaking the things we're speaking, man. Moving the way we moving. You see? We shouldn't be ashamed of that, man. Right?
Yeah.
Like all of us got jobs and shit, so we at work with all these other motherfuckers, everybody eating pepperoni pizza, all these motherfuckers doing it. You want something? No, I'm straight. You know? Oh, look at this guy. This guy's he eat rabbit food and you know, want to joke and make jokes and talk shit and all this shit. Hey, it is what it is, man. I ain't ashamed of that.
Right.
You know?
Hey, it's good to say.
But you got guys that fold into that, man. From the pressure of their family, from the pressure of their friends, from the pressure of their co-workers, from the pressure of their own mind, man. Because they desire to do things that the Lord told us not to do. You know?
When the scripture says, my people shall never be ashamed, man. You people who gotta be ashamed, man. Scripture says your trust in Egypt shall be your shame and your confusion. I got one real quick. This Isaiah 1.
Then we go hit that Sirach.
Okay. This Isaiah 1:29. For they shall be ashamed. For they shall be ashamed of the oaks which ye have desired, and ye shall be confounded for the gardens that ye have chosen, man. So you're gonna be ashamed for trusting in Egypt, man.
And that's going into their idols.
Yeah.
Those groves and those gardens is where they used to worship and burn incense, man. So that's going into their idols, man.
Yeah.
You know? So ultimately it's going into your desire and what you choose.
Yeah.
That's what it's going into. You're going to be ashamed of those things, man. And the brothers applying it to Egypt. Because a lot of people, you worship the image of the beast. You worship this place, man. So you're going to be ashamed of this goddamn place, man. You know?
That's all right.
Yeah, you got something?
Just real quick, Romans 1 and 16.
That's what I had. That's what I had. Well, you got it. You can start at 15.
This is Romans 1 and 15. It says, so as much as in me is, I am ready to preach the gospel to you that are at Rome also. Verse 16. For I am not ashamed of the gospel of Yahweh Shah Mashiach, for it is the power of powers unto salvation to everyone that believes.
Hey, because you know what that reminds me of? When this whole pandemic started, man. You see how, you remember how the people was looking going past camp, man? Bro, with their masks, they had their face down, man. All right? Because you were seeing everything that we were saying coming true, man. People they was through, man. And that's how you're doing, because you're languishing now, man. And even more so when all these famines and all this stuff that the prophets have been saying is happening, man. All right, the Lord's gonna rub this in your face, man. The ultimate, I told you so, is gonna be that MOTB, man. All right, that's when all you false prophets are gonna be exposed, man. You know, you're gonna be ashamed, man. You know. See, our stock is rising, man. Your stock is plummeting, man. This is spiritual trading places, man.
Yeah, you can't be ashamed of this gospel, man. This is our hope right here, man. This is the standard. So, hey, we prophesying these things because we believe in them, and we know that these things gonna come to pass, man. You know, and the end game is we win. You know?
Well, it just said it. It said, "I will not be ashamed of the gospel. It is the work of the Lord unto salvation." This is bringing this kingdom down and bringing a righteous king and erecting a righteous kingdom. It says that the gospel of this kingdom shall be preached in all the world, and then shall the kingdom come. So what we're doing, so like then shall the end come, which is the end of this world is the beginning of it that followeth. It's the kingdom right after, man. There's nothing to be ashamed of. This really we should boast in this, man. It says in the book of Jeremiah, the 9th chapter, if any man shall boast, let him boast that he knows the Lord, man.
Understand that the Lord me.
Understand if it knoweth the Lord, man.
And I am the one that exercises kindness and mercy. You know, roughly paraphrasing. Yeah, we got that adulterous and sinful generation.
I got that.
Yeah.
Ashamed of me and my words.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You was done in that Romans?
Yeah, that was pretty well.
Yeah, you might as well finish it out.
Hey,
Start it again.
I can think of a couple people that's ashamed right now, and they really gonna be ashamed on the coming of the Lord. What's that chick, Brittany Griner, Young Thug, nigga wearing a dress and stuff. Look at you now. You got it.
Romans 1 and 16. For I am not ashamed of the gospel of Yahweh Shah Mashiach, for it is the power of our power unto salvation to everyone that believeth, to the Jew first and also to the Greek.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, which is all talking about Israelites.
Israel, yep.
All right? To the ones that knew that they're Israelites and to the ones that were foreigners being brought back. You know?
Yeah, because the Lord's going to appear to the glory of the elect, but he's going to appear to your shame, man. Scripture talk about all them that love his appearing, man. You're not going to love his appearance, man. You're going to fall in that category of weeping and gnashing of teeth, man. All right? Hey, the Lord said he's going to punish the host of the high ones that are on high, okay? He's going to lay before them all their thoughts. You know, the Lord's going to run down all the plans that you thought you was going to, you thought you was going to do this, huh? You know? That's you with that big body Benz, huh? You thought you was going to kill my people, huh? Alright? The Lord going to run all that down to you. The whole earth is going to be ashamed, man. Hey, but what does it say in Micah, the 7th chapter? It says, rejoice not against me, O enemy. When I fall, I shall rise. Okay? He shall bring me forth into the light, and I shall behold his righteousness, man. Then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, who said unto me, where is Yahweh thy power? Right. You're going to be a fucking shame, man.
She shall be trodden down as the mire of the streets.
Right.
That's that shame.
Yeah. So, hey, man, we don't got nothing to be ashamed of. Our stock is rising, man. You had that nigga Baloo. What's this? A potato chip? Big, goofy, stupid-looking motherfucker. The Lord gonna run that back on your ass.
Bro, that's bugged out Kanye in the backseat.
Damn.
I think that was somebody. Joe, I was lying to look twice.
Yeah, that's
And I remember he pulled up to the apostles' camp.
Yeah.
And he skirted off. He ran the red light.
That nigga like one of the Goombas in the live action Mario Brothers movie, man.
But yeah, you was in there, Romans? You got something?
I got something real quick. Just milk scripture says Isaiah 45:17. But Israel shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation. Ye shall not be ashamed nor confounded, world without end, man. You know, so there's nothing to be ashamed of, man, of our power. Because if you read down, it talks about how the Lord created the heavens and he created the earth, man.
That's it. There's a precept where it says that Jacob's face shall not wax pale, man. Yeah. Meaning we shall not be ashamed or afraid. You know? But you got it.
This is Mark chapter 8 and verse 38. I can read up a couple verses.
Do your thing.
This is Mark chapter 8 and verse 34. And when he had called the people unto him with his disciples also, he said unto them, whosoever will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it. But whosoever shall lose his life for my sake and the gospel's, the same shall save it. And that's right. You got people that try to save their like their reputation in this world, man. You know, like it's another precept. I got it on deck, but another precept that goes into how people believe in certain people that believed in Yahweh Shai, but they didn't want to confess him because they didn't want to be put out of the synagogues, man. They didn't want to lose their spots, so they didn't want to lose their spots or certain relationships with certain people in this world, man.
Or like you said, their reputation.
Yeah.
You believe in that?
Right.
Oh, that's the bum camp. You believe in the bum camp. That's what Nate do to make his followers feel like ashamed from watching us, man.
I see y'all window
They rapists, you know? You following those men?
Yeah, the bum cap,
You know?
the rape.
Every time I hear a man say Yahweh, he's been wicked.
Yeah.
Well, I teach my congregation to say double talk, man.
Yeah. Or Sherry Love, the ugly gorilla.
Now you know what they teach y'all. Remember that they teach you can rape people.
Victimless crime. Motherfucker ain't one rape. Not one motherfucker that walked past and got raped ever.
She just wants somebody to take her. Ain't nobody touching that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
It's the old proverbial saying, I ain't touching her with a 10-foot pole. Ain't nobody touching that, man.
And like IUIC, who was that guy, Shockey, I believe, when he left, he started instantly preaching the name. That showed you that, hey, the whole time he disagreed with that, but he conformed so he could get part of the group.
Until it was against what was beneficial for him or whatever happened with that situation, man. You know? But as soon as they took the name, what up? We ain't supposed to call it a name. You supposed to leave right then and there, man.
Right.
You know?
And that's a dangerous game to play because the Lord can still say, you could be called on that name. The Lord still can say, fuck you. Because bro, you denied me when you a fair weather friend. What if the Lord say that, bro? You a fair weather friend. Oh shit, when it wasn't popular to say me, to say my name, you wasn't saying it. You know, now that you excommunicated, you want to say it? Hey, I wouldn't personally want to play no game like that, bro. See, us up here, man, we don't play with, we not the motherfucker who's gonna go play with a lion, man. Okay? We're not gonna,
who shall pity a charmer.
Yeah.
That
bitten by a snake.
By a serpent, or that come nigh any wild beast, like the brother said.
Yeah. You playing with a lion, man. You going in the cage, throwing shit at him. Fucking lion. The Lord finna fucking smack your ass off you, man. Okay?
Damn.
Yeah. That's what they do to them gazelles, man. Smack their fucking ass off their ass, man. You know?
Go ahead, Tom.
Mark chapter 8 and verse 35. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it. But whosoever shall lose his life for my sake and the gospel's, the same shall save it. For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? Whosoever therefore shall be ashamed of me and of my words.
Right. So because God sell their soul, meaning they sell their morals, because what? They're ashamed of something, man. You know? That's where you got guys that's ashamed of poverty. You know, in Sirach, it says that a mean house is not always to be content.
Right.
You got guys that's ashamed of being poor or ashamed of having less, so therefore they what? Well, I don't believe that I should be doing this, but I'm going to do it anyway so I can get out of that, man.
Right.
Well, it speaks about we got to abide with our friend in the time of his poverty, man. Right. That we may what? Reign with him. We may be heirs with him in his inheritance. Right. So you got guys that's ashamed of being in the lower estate. You see? So therefore they sell their soul. Therefore what? They cast their vows, like it says in Sirach, man. So it's different aspects of what? Being ashamed of the Lord, which we should not, we shouldn't be in no way, shape, or form ashamed of these words in the condition or position we in right now, man. You know?
It says, whosoever therefore shall be ashamed of me and of my words in this adulterous and sinful generation.
Look how he worded that, man. If you ashamed of my words in this adulterous and sinful generation, look how these people move, man.
They're the ones supposed to be ashamed.
How am I not? You know, I'm supposed to be ashamed because I'm standing for righteousness? Because I say it's wrong that two men should lie together?
And niggas walking around in tutus and greater ones supposed to be ashamed. A nigga will walk by the camp in a tutu and frown down upon you. Like, what are you guys doing wearing garments? Fuck you got on.
Yeah, right. Remember I told y'all the story, bro.
That's what I was thinking about.
You know, when I was still living in Chicago, man, we camped on an odd day. It was like a Tuesday or Wednesday. You know, we used to periodically, you know. And, bro, nigga had to be about 6'8", bro. Big ass dude, bro. Big ass. He was an Edomite, by the way. Big ass dude, man. He had to be about 280, almost 300 pounds, about 6'8". He had a full beard on his face. I mean, a manly dude big as hell.
Duncan.
With a tutu, bro. He had a pink motherfucking mini skirt on, man, with a purse, a highlighter purse. Looking at us like this. And everybody walking past, bro, they ain't looking at him. Ain't nobody looked at him like, what the fuck? Everybody looking at us. We the weirdos in this society, man.
Right. What?
Ain't that a bitch?
I'll have two.
You got these people, bro. You got bro, it's a Chinese nigga. Bro, this nigga bought a dog suit. So he could be a dog, bro. Bro, you got people that walk around with chains and shit and be like, well, I identify as a dog. But we're weird.
There's a nigga
I'm supposed to be ashamed of what I'm standing for?
Right.
Fuck out of here, man. It's lucky, bro.
No, it's lucky on my part. There's a nigga, Elias Walker posted him on the Twitter page. Nigga's name is Mr. Broccoli. He said, I identify as broccoli.
You got niggas fighting to marry a fucking tree. You got guys fighting to lay down with their dog or a fucking horse.
You got classrooms letting kids be cats, man.
Wow.
Bro, you got whole Transformers teaching a whole group of kindergartners, man.
Right. Rob popping out in the middle.
I'm supposed to be ashamed though. Vocab, his whole ministry and his whole thing is to make Jake ashamed of proclaiming who they are.
All this shit going on.
With all this madness that's going on in the world, man. How to spot a Hebrew Israelite. If he say the Most High a lot, he want to make you ashamed of those things, man.
Right. And when you
fuck out of here, man.
And when you do spot us, then what? Like, hi, nigga, like, bye, motherfucker, like, hey, man.
That's why the judgment that's coming upon this place is rightfully so, man. Whoever don't repent, whoever don't believe, fuck you niggas, man. It says all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. And we with that. All these other camps, no, we gotta save Israel. You can't curse your brother. Brother, fuck you, nigga.
Fuck you.
How about that? Hey. That's what our king said, man. He said, let thy table be made a snare. What should have been for their benefit, let it be a trap and a snare unto you niggas, man. Fuck you niggas, man.
Hey, this the second Exodus, man. What the scripture says, that mighty word leaped down from his throne and filled all things with death. That's what's coming, man. The same angel that slaughtered the Egyptians, man. That's Yahweh Shai, man. All right, the scripture says, now shall I cry like a travailing woman, man. All right, you don't got that blood on your doorpost. I can never fucking say that.
Doorpost.
What? I just need somebody to just stand and say it for me. Hey, the blood on your doorpost. All right, you're fucking through, bro. You're dead, man. You're fucking dead, man. Okay?
He's dead.
He's dead. He's fucking dead. Hey, if you didn't have that blood on your doorpost in ancient Egypt, man, you were through, man. And the Lord, the scripture said, I shall bring plagues on Egypt as before, man. So this is what's coming, man. But this is the grand finale, man. Scripture says he gonna make new signs, new wonders, man. He gonna do new things, man. All right, the scripture says that he may do his strange work, man. You know?
This is James chapter 4 and 4. Ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with Yahweh? Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is the enemy of Yahweh. So if you're trying to maintain some type of status or some type of image of this world, all right, in this world, okay, then you're an enemy to the Lord, okay? We put this world in our rear view, okay? We have arose and depart from this place.
Yeah.
We don't give a damn how this world look at us, man.
You got guys that trying to merge the truth in with niggerdom.
Brew walking.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, to make it more acceptable to the world.
To niggas.
Yeah.
You know? You got a whole nigga made a post, the pimp church in our church is pretty much our sister church or our brother church. Those niggas are whoremongers, bro. Yeah. The scripture says a whoremonger shall not inherit the kingdom. Yeah. You're supposed to reprove it. It says have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove them, man.
Yeah.
That's how we supposed to stand, man. And if they don't like it, oh fucking well, man. But you got guys that what? Nah, brother. Nah, see, you know, all that bullshit, man. Read that again.
This is back in Mark 8 and 38.
And that's why we stand how we stand. Start with our apostles, man. We ain't joining with none of you guys. We ain't holding no unity camps. Right. We don't want to know. Fuck all that. No, man. You see? So y'all can call us the worst camp in Israel. We gonna wear that.
That's fine.
You see? We ain't ashamed to defend our friend, man. Go ahead, brother.
They said the same thing to the false prophets, man. I mean, they said the same thing to the true prophets, man. Cast out their name for evil, right? Separated themselves. That's all fine, man. All right. In the book of Corinthians, the brother just quoted, it says, "Come out from among them, be ye separate, and the Lord will receive you." We ain't walking with you niggas, man. You got it.
And he just read it also in 36. Howard Shah said, what do it profit a man to gain the world but lose their soul, man? You know, if you're trying to profit in this world, man, you're gonna lose all that shit anyway.
Whatever your word is. Yeah. You know, it could be your woman, it could be your friends, it could be your family. You know.
Job.
It could be your job, it could be monetary status, it could be your reputation,
Street cred.
your street cred. My foundation is the streets. I ain't gotta tell you a nigga said that.
Nigga throwing up gang signs in a video. You're supposed to be an Israelite. You're supposed to be a prophet. You're throwing up signs talking bragging about how you from Tacoma.
How you gotta hit Hellcat and shit. All that is
profit.
Yeah,
They
it's
trying to get money, profit. You know what I'm saying?
That's all. Well, it says the lust of the eyes, the pride of life. All these things are of the world.
Mark 8 and 38. Whosoever therefore shall be ashamed of me and of my words in this adulterous and sinful generation, of him also shall the Son of Man be ashamed when he cometh in the glory of his Father with the holy angels.
Come on now.
Man, come back in that
Hear how heavy that is, bro.
You're going to want to be on his side.
The Lord said, I will be ashamed of you. Bro, just hearing that, bro, makes my heart sink, bro. Like having your Yahweh shine, like, man, like being ashamed. Come on, man. Right. There's a precept, I say, bro, I think there's a precept where it says that the Father will not be ashamed to call him his people, man.
Oh, Hebrews 11.
You know? Roughly paraphrasing it, man. I want to walk in that spirit, man. I want to fulfill that course. I hope that's my lot. To where the Lord is not ashamed to call me his son. To call me his servant. Where Yahweh Shai is not ashamed to call me his brother, man. Go ahead.
It's Luke 12 and 8. Also I say unto you, whosoever shall confess me before men, him shall the Son of Man also confess before the angels of Yahweh.
Hey, it's another one where it says, I will confess him to my Father and the angels, man. Imagine that, bro. Yahweh Shai to the Father and to all the other angels. Come on, man. That's what we working for, man. We're not working for that shame, for the Lord to be ashamed. He gonna be like, nah, Father, I ain't fucking with him. And all the other angels gonna be like, oh, well, that nigga, you know. But look at the verification that's being given here, man. You know.
I was thought, Doctor, for you good.
That's why, that's what motivates, that's what strives to do what's right in the sight of the Lord. Not just because I'm out here on the highways and hedges, not because I do my little lessons. No, because I'm moving in the spirit of the Lord to the best of my ability every day in my decision making, man. Am I forthright? Am I sincere? Am I honest? Am I transparent? You know? Yeah. All these things that the scriptures tell us, man. Are we applying it and walking in it in our lives?
Living it.
Goes deeper because your ass don't eat pork, you got a beard on your face. Goes deeper than that, man.
There's motherfuckers that do that and have no clue what's going on. They got a full beard and they don't eat pork, they on this health tip. You know? But I read the one in Matthew. It's Matthew 10:32. Whosoever therefore shall confess me before men, him will I confess also before my Father which is in heaven. But whosoever shall deny me before men, him will I also deny before my Father which is in heaven. I'm trying to get denied, man.
It says, I testify my Savior openly, man. Go ahead, brother.
The ones that's confessing him is the ones that's going to get crowns on their head, as it says in the book of 2nd Ezra.
Confession is made unto
to
salvation.
All right? It says the ones that confess the Lord in this world, those are the ones that receive palms in their hands. So I'm not about to be ashamed, man.
And confession is also what? You live in it as well, man. It speaks about how we're walking epistles. So our life should reflect our speech, what we're confessing. It should reflect, you know, what we're teaching, man.
Yeah, because you can't speak it and not live it, or you're a hypocrite. So just to back that up, like, hey, man, it says in the book of Job that a hypocrite shall not stand before the Most High, man. A hypocrite is one that professes beliefs that he himself doesn't uphold, man. So we can't be speaking these things and not upholding ourselves to these words to the best of our ability.
I got one real quick. It's Tobit 13:3. Confess him before the Gentiles, ye children of Israel, for he hath scattered us among them. So that's an order, man. We're supposed to confess the name of Yahweh Bashim Shai before the whole earth, man.
And this brother went into the word, I believe it's true. But John, the 4th chapter, the true worshipers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth. It goes into what? Not only having that name, but the ideal and the embodiment of what that name, the vibration and what that name carries with, man. Roughly paraphrasing the definition. Yeah, you can grab it. Well, while you getting it, you can finish. That was it?
But I got one real quick.
Go ahead.
This is Hebrews 11 and verse 16. But now they desire a better country that is in heavenly. Wherefore the Most High is not ashamed to be called their power, for he hath prepared for them a city. That's what the brother had quoted, man. And this is the Hall of Faith chapter, man. So those that are moving in that faith, look more into it, man. And what does it say? I believe, therefore have I spoken, and I was greatly afflicted. So believing in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, confessing Yahweh Bashim Yahushai comes with affliction, man. Comes with being despised. And that's something that we just got to embrace, man. Yahushai went through the shame. He went through the spitting. He went through getting mocked, all right? So we got to be able to be willing to endure that same thing, man.
Say, make not haste in the time of trouble. Call upon the Lord.
You got to speak up, brother.
So like, it say, make not haste in the time of trouble. We got to call upon the Lord when these things come against us.
And remain faithful, man. Because the Lord says he's coming back for those that are faithful, man.
So he
come
faith to
back.
the earth.
That's it right there. When he come back, he's coming back for those that are faithful, man.
It's good to talk about those that gather faithful a treasure, man. All right?
Yeah, it says thy prophets shall be found faithful, man. We're supposed to be those faithful friends to the Lord. You can walk through.
Yeah, y'all Semper Fi, always faithful.
This is St. John 4:22. Ye worship ye know not what. We know we worship, for salvation is of the Jews. But the hour cometh, and now is, when the true worshipers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth, for the Father seeketh such to worship him. You can't just worship him however you want, man. Alright? But anyways, going into that word true, it's the Greek word alethinos. That which has not only the name and resemblance, but the real nature corresponding to the name. In every respect, corresponding to the idea signified by the name, real, true, genuine. All right? So not just having a name, but living according to that name. It says, he that nameth the name of Yahweh Shai Mashiach, depart from iniquity. I got another one. This is Tobit, going back into that Tobit. Tobit 13 and verse 6. If ye turn to him with your whole heart and with your whole mind, and deal uprightly before him, and Slacken, then will he turn unto you, and will not hide his face from you. Therefore, see what he will do with you. And confess him with your whole mouth, and praise the Lord of might. It's not only confessing him, right? Speaking his word, but dealing uprightly, as it says. Walking with him, walking in his spirit, man. It says, confess him with your whole mouth, and praise the Lord of might, and extol the everlasting King. In the land of my captivity do I praise him. We in captivity, man. The fuck is there to be ashamed of? If anything there's to be ashamed of is our iniquities, of us fucking up, right? Being here.
Yeah, we should be ashamed of displeasing the Lord, man.
Exactly.
See, in the book of Jeremiah, there's a precept in Sirach that says there is a shame that is a grace, and there's a shame that is sin.
Yep.
Roughly paraphrasing, man. If a brother can find that and search that up. Because in Jeremiah, the 6th chapter, I believe it's the 15th verse, it says what? Were they all ashamed when they committed these abominations? They were not all ashamed, neither could they blush. But when we heard the word, Lord's will we of that number, but when we heard that word, we was ashamed of those things we was performing, that we were doing. We was ashamed of the way we was living, man. And that shame, what? That shame made Jake revert and come back, which that's the shame, that's the shame. I mean, you got the verse?
Sirach 4:21. For there is a
Sirach 4:20. Observe the opportunity and beware of evil, and be not ashamed when it concerneth thy soul.
Right, and this knowledge concerns our soul, each and every last one of us, man. So we ought not to be ashamed of that, you know?
For there's a shame that bringeth sin, and there's a shame
that bringeth sin. That's being ashamed of the word.
That's
Going back to that mark, whosoever is ashamed of me and of my words, of him will I be ashamed, right? So these people are ashamed to come out and confess what they believe, or they're ashamed to stand according to their heritage. Jake ashamed to grow a beard. Jake ashamed to put a woman in her place. Jake ashamed to deny themselves, or whatever it may be. That shame is going to bring sin, and it's going to lead to your destruction. Go ahead, brother.
It says, for there's a shame that bringeth sin, and there's a shame which is glory and grace.
And there's a shame which is glory and grace. What? We was ashamed of the way we was living as heathen. What did Peter say? Let that suffice. When we lived in the will of the Gentile, let that be enough, man. Because we was ashamed of that. So therefore, we repented and turned from that. That shame is going to bring grace and mercy unto us, man. Just like that, there the full woman. It says what? That there's a nothing better than a shame-faced woman. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah. And nothing better than a shame-facing woman, and that's what Israel. That's what Israel is. That's what Israel's coming in, man. I got it right here. This is Ecclesiastes 26 and 25. A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog.
And now it's talking about the literal woman, but we could apply this to the nation, man. Yeah. So those of our nation that has no shame, you're not better than a dog, man. Yeah. And what did the Lord say? Give not that which is holy to the dogs, man. So it's not for them.
Yeah.
But go ahead, brother.
Yeah. But she that is shamefaced shall fear Yahweh.
That's it. Meaning she has some shame about her, man. She's not going to go out dressed scantily clad, having her breast and ass all out, because that's a shame.
She got some character.
You see, she's not going to jump from ride to ride, because that's a shame. Yeah. You see?
Hey, this is I got one real quick, just to back that up. Because what is a dog? A dog is a beast, man. All right? And it says a shameless woman shall be counted as one, right? Psalms 73 and 22. So foolish was I and ignorant, I was as a beast before thee. So, hey, man, without this knowledge and understanding, we was like beasts. Well, what is she to say? I bewail my ignorance. I bewail my ignorance of her. So, yeah. So when we woke up to this and this knowledge, we were like, damn, man, I was going off here, I was going off there. Damn, I thought like this. You look back like, damn, I was a fucking animal, man.
Right. Yeah. Instead of being look at those dresses they wearing. Yeah. You got guys ashamed of our garments, man.
So they make a t-shirt
Or you got a woman, a guy say he believes he starts to grow his beard. This woman, you ugly with that beard. Now he shaves it.
Right.
Because he's ashamed. You see what I'm saying?
Or line it up. Line it up a little
Oh
bit.
yeah, you should fix it.
Go get it lined up.
Hell no.
That's a guy that's ashamed, man. That's going to lead to sin. He's ashamed of our Lord Yahweh Shai. He's ashamed of our heritage, man.
Because those are little things. Those beard, it's little things, man. Supposedly, And if he's ashamed of little things, imagine bigger things,
19,
man.
He that contemneth small things shall fall little by
That's
little.
it.
So if those little things is affecting Jake's decision making, how much more when the hour of temptation comes?
Right,
man?
right.
Or when Jake is in a fight, go ahead, bro.
A prime example is you got guys that have switched up the doctrine about little things like the nigga want to wear a hat while he teaches because it looks cool, right? So then he'll change the whole doctrine up, go against Paul's writings and everything like that to satisfy that desire, that lust. Like, nah, I look cool when I got my hat on, this and that and the third. So, well, nah, you really ain't got to. I mean, you can wear your hat and the same thing with the long hair. It's all these carnal things for vanity that Jake is, hey, what does it say? Why trimmest thou thy way to seek love? It's like Jake does that for even the own wicked of our people. Like, nah, I want to be cool. I want to look like this in front of the people and everything like that. That mentality is going to lead you to denying the Lord, which that's what it's causing people to do, man.
Yeah. Or what did the Lord say? If you be ashamed of me and this wicked and
That's what we just
yeah. Well, I got one. This Jeremiah 2:26. As the thief is ashamed when he is found, so is the house of Israel ashamed. Their kings, their princes, and their priests, and their prophets. Okay? So hey man, you're gonna be ashamed, man. Yeah. Alright?
When that judgment comes
When
down.
yeah, because the Lord's gonna he's gonna lay that. It says your own sins shall be accusers in that day, man. All your shit's gonna get run down to you, man. Hey, but it says in the Micah, the elect, he's gonna cast all their iniquities and their sins. Cast them. Yeah, to the sea of forgiveness, man. Hey, you think we want to get our shit run back to us, man? Alright? You think we want to hear any of that, man? We want to be.
It's already ever before us, man.
Yeah.
And we're hoping the Lord have mercy to forgive us of those things. That's that broken and contrite spirit. I'm sorry, go ahead.
But it says, if Yahweh Shai shot marketh iniquity, who shall stand, man? Hey, what are your sins the Lord commit you right now? You wouldn't want to show your fucking face, man. You wouldn't want to show your face, man. One out of the trillions you've done.
But that's those that have that shame-faced spirit, though.
Yeah.
Because you got this world is now boasting in their sin. You got women. There's a TikTok challenge of boasting of their body count.
Yeah.
They're boasting of bro. They should be ashamed of that. But they're proud of those things. But you got it, whatever precept you had, bro.
This is Psalms.
Yeah, it's that Jeremiah 6.
Psalms 34:18. The Lord is nigh unto them that are of a broken heart, and saveth such as be of a contrite spirit. That's it right there, man. The Lord is coming back for those that of that contrite spirit, man. That's mad when they go out. They sad when they go out. They're ashamed when you're doing wrong, man. We don't want to go out, man. We want to do the things that are pleasing unto the Lord, man. So when we go off and fall short, man, we feel like shit.
That's that contrite. When you go into the Greek, when you go into the etymon of contrite, it goes into broken and conscience-stricken and that's what you hurt in your mind and resolve not to sin again. Meaning in your mind, you like, bro, I can't do that again, man.
Yeah.
Because of the shame that it brought upon you for doing it in the first place. But once again, you got guys that boast in there in it. Mr. Steal Your Girl.
Yeah. Hellcat.
He's supposed to be ashamed of that, man. But that guy's boasting in that, man. That's that Jeremiah. Was he ashamed when they could? Go ahead, bro.
This is Jeremiah chapter 6.
Yeah, I'm in the Hellcat playing with the cat.
Like, what?
That's a whole nother man's woman, bro.
You an Israelite.
Right.
Supposedly.
And then there's a whole supposed to be elder, self-proclaimed elder there. He laughed at it. Didn't say nothing about it. The Lord's about to fuck up. Hey man, the Lord is angry with the house of Israel, man.
Yeah, judgment gonna begin in his house, man.
Yep. And it's gonna start with the ancient men. You go into that word ancient, it's the eldest, man. Yeah. So you lead us, man. Yeah. Which is why us brothers, that's because the Lord calling all of us to be leaders, man. We should make sure that, look, we walking in the proper spirit, man, because these guys, man, we gonna see the Lord start judging their ass, man.
Start taking ass off the earth.
But go ahead, bro.
Jeremiah 6:15. It says, were they ashamed when they had committed abomination? Nay, they were not at all ashamed, neither could they blush. Therefore, they shall fall among them that fall. At the time that I visit them, they shall be cast down, said the Lord Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua.
It says they shall fall amongst them that fall, meaning these heathens, starting with Esau. So you're going to die the death of the uncircumcised. You're going to fall when this devil goes down, man. You see? That shame is what's supposed to cause us to leave from off that and cleave unto the Lord and his ways, man. But these niggas boasting in their wicked, there's Proverbs, they make a sport of sin.
Yep.
You know?
Right.
That's
because they ain't the true worshipers, man. They not genuine, you know what I'm saying, about what they doing, you know? They're not sincere.
That's right, that's right. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 41, and verse 16.
Start right with, yo.
Con, it says, therefore, be shamefaced according to my word. It says, for it is not good to retain all shamefacedness, neither is it altogether approved in everything.
So now he's going to give us the balance. There's things to be ashamed of, there's things not to be ashamed of. Pick that up for the brother.
Verse 17.
Yep. So now he's gonna go into things that we should be ashamed of, man. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 17, it says, be ashamed of whoredom before father and mother, and of a lie before a prince and a mighty man.
Ain't we all princes and mighty men? So we should not lie one to another, man. You see? Yeah. You know?
Practice thereof is not good.
Now keep in mind it's a balance to it.
Yeah.
Because you can tell an Edomite, you can tell a heathen, you can tell your woman. You know? But it's a balance to it, man. But it says whoredom before father and mother. That could be applied in the spirit. Idolatry, mother being our wisdom, our father being the most high, man. But you going a whoring away from that in the sight of them. You know? But go ahead.
It says,
And also for a female. She's out here being a whore while her mother and father is just like, just, man, what the fuck?
Bro, she got OnlyFans in her Instagram bio, and her dad follows her.
Oh my goodness.
Like, what the fuck?
That should be a shame, man. But yet these motherfuckers are not ashamed of it. You see? But go ahead.
It says, be ashamed of whoredom before father and mother, and of a lie before a prince and a mighty man, of an offense before a judge and ruler.
Ain't we being made rulers? Aren't we the judges of the earth? It says of an offense before such, man. That should be a shame, man. Bro, I wronged you, brother. I'm Salakia, bro.
Yeah.
You know, that should be a shame, man.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
Of an offense before a judge and ruler, of iniquity before a congregation.
Of iniquity before a congregation. That's our people, man. Go ahead.
And
They should be ashamed of the things that they're doing, but they're openly doing it and spreading it amongst our people, man. And I ain't talking about wicked niggas. I'm talking about guys who's supposed to know that they Israel. How much more? Go ahead.
Of iniquity before a congregation and people, of unjust dealing before thy partner and friend.
Come on, man. You got Jake that'll do wrong to their brother. That's in the same camp with them. And don't be ashamed and don't feel bad about it. Still move in the same way. Still say that. Go ahead, man.
And of theft in regard of the place where thou sojournest.
Right, so if you living somewhere but you steal it. You stealing from the place you living in. That should be a shame, man. But you got guys that do that.
Stupid.
They steal from their parents. They steal from their roommates, or you know.
Steal from your own grandma. Your old ass grandma, you stealing from her. Who's housing you?
Yeah, yep. And add on to the fact that it ain't your crib. You living with somebody else that you stealing from. So they took it out of the kindness of their heart to allow you to stay there because you didn't have nowhere to live. But you're stealing from the house that you know. You should be ashamed of that, man.
It's not how it's moving. It's not our custom, man.
That's right. But see, when you read this, all that is what nigga culture pushes. Black culture pushes all this what we read, man.
Oh yeah.
And Jake have no shame in that.
They boasting stealing from motherfuckers.
Yeah, if I can't get it, I'ma take it. Like I'ma steal it from somebody.
And it ain't even really gotta be a house where you sojourn. You sojourn in the city.
Right.
So it could be, you know,
Right.
you are just out stealing shit from your neighborhood or the place you frequent often.
Well, they learned that from Esau. They learned that from the so-called white man, man. All right. When you watch I was watching that movie Tombstone, that damn cowboy movie. You had Doc Holliday. He in the motherfucking saloons, fucking defrauding motherfuckers, and then they get mad. He'll fucking shoot their ass, man. Okay. That's they all that wild west mentality, man. That's all Esau, man. You know, going about taking shit, man. That they learned that from their father. Hey, which why Scripture says, "You have your father, the devil, and the lust of your father you shall do." Man, he was a murderer from the beginning, man. And the bold not in the truth, because there's no truth in it, man.
Yeah, black culture is really red. That's coming from Esau. That's
Yeah.
really Edomite shit that they do, man. Eat pork, hog off, and all this bullshit. That's Edomite shit. Black culture is really Esau's culture, how he lives.
That's the culture that he gave.
Yeah. And it fucks you Israelites up, man. Hey, Esau could eat a motherfucking 100 pork steaks a day.
And the Lord is still judge his ass, man. Like straight up. You know, these motherfuckers getting diseases and shit too. They ain't supposed to. That's why in the kingdom of heaven the laws will be implemented. You know. Now we don't know why Antiochus was smoking with that disease, but I believe through the spirit,
Pork.
he got that disease of those worms because he was eating all that swine, man. That was a judgment on his ass, man. You know.
And he was being
Now the Lord jacks up Jake more. Keep in mind, Jake is punished right away for their sins, man.
Yeah.
Which is why they get the diabetes, the high cholesterol, the gout in their feet, and all those things. But these heathen are getting health problems from that shit too, man.
Yeah.
You know. But go ahead.
It says, "And of theft in regard of the place where thou sojournest, and in regard of the truth of the Most High and His covenant."
In regard of the truth of the Most High and His covenant, man. So if you breaking that or going against that, you should be ashamed of that, of the truth and of His covenant, man.
It says it is a shame for a king to commit iniquity in
Because the throne is established by righteousness, man.
Right.
Yeah.
So committing iniquity and sin, like being kings, that should be a shame in itself, man. It says,
Yeah, I mean, why would you be ashamed of the covenant that the Lord made only with the Israelites? He just said, don't be ashamed of that, man. We ready to die for that covenant. That's what Mattathias said, right? In the book of Maccabees, he said, be ready to die for the covenant, man.
Give thy lives.
Give thy life for the covenant, man. This is what we live for. We live for that covenant, man. Be ashamed in this adulterous ass place, man. Where these bitches are harlots and hoes, these niggas is soft, right? Murderers, thieves, liars, right? Be ashamed of that, man. It says that we know the Lord and are known of the Lord. Roughly paraphrasing, man. We're close to Yahweh by Shem Yahweh. I don't want to write this out with that number. I don't want to write this out with you on to the end. All right? Sons of God, princes of the power. Fuck, I'm gonna be ashamed of, man.
What was that account when it said, choose you this day whom you shall serve?
Joshua.
Yeah, the guys that were on the other side of the flood, or Yahweh Shem Shai, man.
That's for me in my house.
We gonna serve the Lord. So we the ones who's gonna, it's a separation being made, man. Y'all on that side, man.
Hey, just like when Moses.
Yeah.
And, you know, he said who was on the Lord's side.
Yeah.
And that's when all the Levites came and stood, and that was spiritual, man.
Yeah.
Law Yah, Levite means joined to me, man.
Yeah.
You know? Go ahead.
it says, "And in regard of the truth of the Most High and His covenant," all right, so being ashamed of breaking that, right?
And if I may, because it reminds me, it says they entered into a covenant to serve, that's in Chronicles.
Yep.
They entered into a covenant to serve Yahweh Shem Shai with all their heart.
Second Chronicles 15 and 13, I think.
Yeah.
Start at 12. That's the point the brother want to make.
Yep. You know?
It's 2 Chronicles chapter 15 and verse 13. Verse 12, Slakia. "And they entered into a covenant to seek the Lord Yahweh, power of their fathers, with all their heart and with all their soul." It's just like the Tobit said, if it says, if you seek the Lord with all your heart, see what I will do for you, right? Verse 13, "That whosoever would not seek the Lord, power of Israel, should be put to death, whether small or great, whether man or woman."
That's it.
Hey, It's like the old Mike Allen. Hey, we with that.
Yeah,
We with that.
and I remember, bro, coming into the faith, I remember this was damn near read every week.
Staple precept.
This was a staple milk precept, man. That put that perspective into your mind. Like, bro, if you ain't seeking the Lord, you're going to die. Whether you're a man or woman, man. Simple as that. If you ain't seeking the Lord, you're going to die, man.
That's fear right there, bro.
Yeah. They ain't reading that in these churches, man. A lot of these other Israelite groups ain't reading that either.
Right.
I'm talking about nobody dying for nothing.
Right. Prosperity, though.
Nobody gets judged for nothing.
Right. Unless you don't put no money in the collection plate.
It says, and to lean with thine elbow upon the meat.
Hey, which I'm guilty of that. And I'm finding myself, we eating, we at the table, and I'm like, damn, you know?
Yeah.
Because it's a habit that they got to be broke, and it's like, man.
That's the precept.
So you should be ashamed of that, man. You know, which is why every time I'm like, damn, you know, got to keep remembering that, you know?
But that shows you the fear, though. That shows you not to become a small thing. You know, because you could be like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? The Lord's not going to kill me for that. But it says in the Bible to be ashamed of that. So you work on trying to get that bad habit out of you.
Work on it, man.
And like we had mentioned earlier, it's like these things ain't just optional. I can put it's like really just trying to let me make sure I'm applying that.
Yeah.
So it comes into your mind, and it's that time you don't even think about it. All right, but hey, the spirit habit come into our mind like, let me take my elbows off, you know?
Yeah, even like your old grandma would tell you, get your elbows off the table at the dinner table and stuff. That's Jake stuff, man. It's table etiquette, man.
Yep.
Right? If we're kings and priests, we gotta move like that, man. Okay, when we at the table, we gotta eat like kings and priests. Okay, we gotta eat. You know, we gotta walk in every aspect.
Like in Sirach, it speaks about thrust not thy hand first.
Yeah.
It says leave off first for manners' sake. Just because it's a lot there don't mean you gotta eat up. You know, This is all manners, man, and etiquette, like the brother said, and which is going to translate to your everyday life.
Yeah.
See, if you mindful of those little things, it's going to translate to bigger things, man. So it goes deeper than just nigga, you at the table, brother. Nah. It shows that you're like that in your everyday life, man. You just a nigga in every aspect of your life.
Hey, Jude, it says, I talk about them, these are
Feed themselves without fear.
Yeah, these are sponsoring our feasts.
And it's talking about in the spirit,
but it translates into that, man. Hey, the things that we learn inwardly in the spirit should exude outwardly, man. You should see the change, man. All right, in our daily walk, man, and the way we move, man. You know, the spirit should translate into the physical, man. You know.
It says,
you don't come into this truth. You come to camp with a goddamn McChicken, man. You gonna get your ass scoffed, bro. Okay? Alright? Man, eating McDonald's is a sin.
Coke.
Alright?
Coke pizza.
Okay? You change the way you eat, you change the way you think, man, you change what you put in your temple, man. You know?
I don't even remember as a kid though, and me and my sister at the table, and she sitting with her elbows on the table, ashy as hell. What you say, ashy as hell?
Shit, no Tazaria?
You know what I'm saying? The block rock, I just remember that.
Yeah, but that's not something a princess would do. You know, a princess is at the table. She leaning on the table. That's not something a prince would do. That's not something that royalty does.
Shit,
you know?
Like you got girls that's tomboys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you're all manly and
they
all
sit
that.
with their legs open and shit.
A woman's supposed to carry herself in a feminine manner, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, these bitches are all backwards, man. Majority of these females here in America,
They
they're
talk
gonna
like niggas.
they call you bro. They call you nigga. They cuss like a sailor.
Hey, Joe.
Vocabulary weak as hell, man.
Right.
These man, I can't. It's amazing how Jake fucking bug out over a Babylonian bitch.
Yeah.
There's some nasty bitch in Babylon. You bugging out for this hoe, man.
Women used
Yes,
to
shameless
not
dog.
even look you in your eye. They'll have their head down before addressing, talking and everything like that, man. Like that's not how our women carry themselves in the
No,
Asian world.
bitch.
Hey, that
Look
was me
at
and
you.
and we was in Dallas. Was that me and you? We was at that mall?
Yeah, I remember it was
In the Ishmael,
Ishmael, bitch.
The Ishmaelite women.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was me and you? That was me and you.
She had that covered.
She had her head covered, Joe, and as we walked, she looked down, bro, like she wouldn't even look at us, man.
Bro, that should be attractive.
That shit, I was wooed off of it. Like, I'm more wooed off of it. We seen some thick assholes out there. I was more wooed off of her than the bitch that had her ass all out.
Because she had a shame to her, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Now these bitches look at you in the eye, say, "What's up, nigga?" Trying to fight your ass.
Don't even blink.
Don't give a fuck.
Like, nah,
Bitch intimidating me, bitch. Like what?
She's trying to intimidate you. Like, are you trying to talk to me, or are you trying to beat my ass? Like, what's going on? Like, trying to swear. It says, verse, it kind of says, and to lean with thine elbow upon the meat, and of scorning to give and take.
Of scorning to give and take, man. So you shouldn't scoff. If you got it to give it. Or if a brother trying to give it to you, just take it.
Yeah, accept your blessing.
You know? Go ahead.
It says
not to be ashamed of that, you know? But go ahead.
It says, and of silence before them that salute thee.
Mm-hmm. You know, now, of course, it's talking about amongst us. But even, you know, amongst people, like I was telling y'all brothers, like, motherfuckers walk past me like, hey, how y'all doing? Hey, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers say, hi, hey, how you doing?
Yeah. Even at the job.
Because if you practice that with a heathen, how much more, you know, in our, you know?
Yeah, live peaceably amongst all men, man.
If possible.
We're sojourners, man. You know, we're sojourners, man. We're just passing through.
You know, they greet us, or hey, what do y'all say, man?
Even the Pharisees, they...
you know, if you greet those that just greet you, how much better are you than they? Roughly paraphrasing it, man.
It says...
Yeah, because that pissed me off. I'll be at my job and shit, and I'll ask if I can use something, one of their tools or whatever, and I'll be like, thank you, and I use my manager. I'll say please and thank you, and then the Edomite won't even say shit back. Can I use that please? And he'll just hand it to me. Oh yeah, he don't say nothing. Oh here, thank you. I give it back to him. Here, thank you. Don't say nothing back. That's fucking. I don't even know what to say about that.
It's a base mentality, man.
It's rude.
See, we're learning etiquette, man. We're learning that, man. And it reminds me of this old Conan, man. Not Conan, but this old Tarzan, man. You had Tarzan. He was fucking in the jungle and shit. You know, raised by fucking animals, man, monkeys and shit. They brought him, and they found out he had a rich ass family and shit. So they brought him in, sat him at the table, tried to learn him, teach him table manners and shit. He trying to fucking. That's these people, man. They're fucking animals, man. We're not to be like that, man. We're supposed to be the aristocrats, man.
That's right.
Which means best rule, man. All right, the scriptures call us. It says, "Blessed, cursed be the land when the king is a child, man." All right, a child don't know no fucking etiquette, man. He gonna fucking put fucking mustard all over his face.
Eat with his hands.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. He gonna go in the toilet, dip his sandwich in that shit, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And it said, what? Blessed are you, O land, when thy king is the son of nobles.
Yeah.
That's right.
You know, and that's what we're learning, man. We're coming back into our nobility, man. That's what this knowledge is, man. It's putting us on a certain level, man. You know, the royal law. That's right. You got it back.
It says, and of silence before them that salute thee, and to look upon an harlot.
And to look upon a harlot. Now, that's not talking about you ain't be ashamed of dealing with a harlot. No. Judah dealt with harlot. You know?
Samson.
You had Samson. Now I was going to use that example. Samson dealt with harlots, but what became a shame? When his heart played, when it says to look upon a harlot, someone set your eyes, set your heart on that harlot, man. And when Samson did that, what happened? That was his downfall with Delilah. That was when the shame came, man. It wasn't him dealing with the harlot. It was him falling in love with that harlot. It's the same thing with these heathen women. It's not wrong for us to deal with the heathen women.
Right.
But if we give our heart to those any woman, by the way, not just a heathen woman,
Solomon.
any woman, by the way, man.
Yeah.
Because you can give your heart to an Israelite woman that'll have your ass fucking bugged out, man.
Worse than a heathen.
You know? But it's talking about what, man? Giving your mind, your heart to that, man. You know? But go ahead, bro.
God, it says, it says, verse 21, and to turn away thy face from thy kinsmen.
You should be ashamed, you know?
Wow.
That's a shame to turn your face from your people, man.
Turn your back on your.
Or you got guys that turn their back on the plow. That's them turning their back first and foremost on Yahweh Shai, but also on their own people, man.
Yeah. Hey, what that dude said, because he thought Ezra had abandoned them, man. You know what I'm saying? No, but he was really, talking to the Lord. He said, don't leave us like a flock that has no shepherd. Roughly paraphrasing that. You know, he thought that wasn't the case. But hey, that's the same thing. You know, these men have turned away from doing this work. Have done, man. That's what they really have done. You know, they've left the flock, man. You know, to starve, to die, man. They left the nation, man. Here it is. You're the knight in shining armor, the only one who could have slayed the dragon. But you just said, fuck it, you didn't even put your armor on. Yo, your armor's still in the corner and shit. Your sword right next to it, and you just skip town. You fucking bitch, man. You know?
Well, you saying, oh, I want to do my own thing, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And lead the body, you know what I'm saying? That shit.
Imagine if somebody in the movie 300 just left the 300. No, I'm finna go do something else, man. Yeah. He left the 300 to go fight by himself. You gonna fucking die. What did he say that? He said we fight as in a single and penetrable unit. You know? Because that was the phalanx system. That's why they made them so fierce. The phalanx system, how they held their shields. What he said we protect the man next to us. Thigh to neck. Thigh to neck.
No, neck to thigh.
Yeah.
Same thing. Thigh to neck to thigh.
Yeah, right. Yeah. He said, he said thigh. I believe either way he said it. But you had to hold that shit. The phalanx system was men in rows. So you had to have a man next to you, man. You know? So you can't be off. If any of them had that mentality, he said if you can't raise your shield, the whole phalanx shatters.
Wow. They had all the same mind and they had order. Because when they would go, when you watch the movie, it's what they would hold them and then they lift the shields up and the man behind would thrust.
Yep.
You know, so it was all it was all in unison. It was all in order.
And that's what made them so fucking vicious, man. You know.
It says, and to turn away thy face from thy kinsmen.
So it's saying be ashamed. These are things to have shame of, man. Go ahead.
Or to take away a portion or a gift. Or to gaze upon another man's wife.
See, all these things are to be ashamed of, man. But you got Mr. Steal Your Girl once again. You know?
Not only to be ashamed to look upon another man's wife, but even a woman looking at another man and she's already married. Which is what we see all the fucking time. Anywhere you go, man. Anywhere you walk, this bitch right here with him and she looking at you hard as hell.
Bro, and it's a special fucking demon. Cause you'll go to somewhere like a bar or something, you'll talk to a chick that's single. She may want to talk to you, she may not. But a bitch who got a man, for some reason, you'll be like, hey, it's all good, you got a man. They damn near ready to fucking rape you at that point, man. I've seen it. I've had it happen, bro. That's the situation with Joseph, man. Joseph was like, nah, man, I can't do this, man. Old girl fucking ripped his damn clothes off, man. Bro, like, nah, you gonna do this, man. There's something about that wickedness, man. There's something about that, man. Like,
It's in Proverbs. King Solomon broke it down. He said he seen a simple man by the casement. She compelled him. She told him. But anyway, let's keep reading.
It says, or to be over busy with his maid.
Spend more time with, nah, man. Go ahead.
And come not near her bed. Or of upbraiding speeches before friends. And after
you got niggas that talk shit, man. That scorn and scoff they friends, man. That's a shame.
Hey, bro, there was a skit. What's the dude's name?
That's why y'all, just real quick, that's why y'all was trying to say what? That we ought not to exercise authority over one another like the heathen do, man. But you got guys in these other camps, they do that, man. They talk down, belittle the congregation, man.
They be aligned in their household.
Hey, like that one dude, the general dude, he was talking to the congregation. Baptist is a plate of fish. You can see how he talked to how he viewed the people in the congregation, man.
You're so stupid.
You should be ashamed. He says that's a shame, man. What's a lot, brother?
I was just saying there was a skit with this one nigga named Drusky or Drewski, and he basically did that about how they will be cool with their brother, and then women will be around, and the women start flirting with them, so then they gotta talk shit about their brother in front of
Start down them and shit.
Show out, trying to show out and shit.
Motherfucker, man. Go ahead.
It says, or upbraiding speeches before friends, and after thou hast given, upbraid not. Or of iterating and speaking.
And then after thou hast given, so when you give something, don't talk shit on top of,
Man, you always goddamn asking for some shit.
Hey, here, you broke ass nigga.
Damn.
Goddamn.
You should I know. That's what I'm asking.
He says, so let us be cheerful giver.
Right. Or you always bringing it up. Yeah, man, I had to give this nigga I had to give him $80 for this, and all that shit, man. That's nigga shit.
Right.
Saying it to the bitches too.
Right, yeah, man.
Yeah, I always gotta pay
You
his.
see that shirt that nigga got on, nigga? I paid for that.
Right. That's
Really, that's my shirt.
that's not a willing sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? If you talking shit while giving it, that's not a sacrifice. A sacrifice well accepted in the eyes of the Lord. He said, do it with the willing heart. You know. So shit, if you talking shit doing that to the brother, like that's not a sacrifice well accepted, man.
That's right. It says, or of iterating and speaking again that which thou hast heard.
It speaks about revealing secrets, man. You should be ashamed of that. Repeating something you heard. Man, I heard this brother say it. No, that's a shame. And what? That's black culture, man. And that's really spread through women. You know?
Hello, Todd.
That's a woman trait, man. You should be ashamed of that, man. Oh man, this brother going in. Or you talking to your woman? You should be ashamed of that. Yeah, this brother, hey bro, yeah, the brother Yeshaya, man, him and his woman going through up the bed. What the fuck they got to do with you?
Hey, you had a skit like that on Living Colors, man. The nigga woman, she always said the Wayne sister, she had this character, she's like, but you ain't heard that from me, right? She just was telling everybody shit. She looking out the window and shit, telling another story. There's no Betty and his uncle. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you ain't heard that from me.
Right.
You know?
They got that on every so-called black sitcom.
Yeah.
It's a motherfucker you can't tell shit because they go and they run and tell that.
Yeah.
Tell everybody business. That's like you said, that's female shit. That's feminine as hell, man. You got it?
Hey, that's against the law. It says, be not a talebearer. Be not a talebearer amongst thy people, man. You know? And it talks about not talking of other men's matters.
Speaking out of other men's wives.
Yeah, speaking out of other men's wives and their matters. I'm just paraphrasing. But that's in the law. We ain't supposed to be talebearer. That's gossip. He says amongst thy people.
Because the scriptures talk about, it says that basically if you have art with your brother, that it can be reconciled except for revealing of secrets, man. You reveal a man's secret.
It says follow no more after him after that, man.
Yeah, it's over with, bro.
It says there's no reconciling after that, man.
Wow.
It says you can draw swords.
Wow. We can fight.
But there's still a coming together. But the revealing the secrets, follow no more. It's showing you how heavy that is,
that's
man.
the ultimate betrayal.
Yeah.
Like that was supposed to be between. I thought I could trust you.
Yeah.
I told you that in trust, and you went and said that.
Some shit.
Can't trust you no more, man.
Man, I got a couple real quick. Leviticus 19:16. Thou shalt not go up and down as a talebearer among thy people. And what did you hear growing up, man? Stop tattletaling. Why you always tattletaling? As you telling everybody business, you know what I'm saying? But it says, this is Proverbs 11:13. A talebearer revealeth secrets, but he that is of a faithful spirit concealeth the matter.
Hey, the scripture says, he that covered the transgression, scripture says, he that covered the transgression seeketh love, man. So you may have an issue with a brother, you know what I'm saying?
So like, brother, go ahead. No.
Yeah, you may have an issue with a brother, you know what I'm saying, and you handle that between you and that brother, and you don't tell everybody what happened with that between you and that brother. How you had art with him?
Well, that's real quick. That's a precept. It says that he that covereth the transgression seeketh love. Oh, Salaki, I hear it. I hear it.
Yeah, he that covered the transgression seeketh love. So you probably had art with a brother. You had an issue with a brother, right? And then you went to go talk to him, pursuant to what Matthew the 18th chapter, right? Go to your brother, him alone.
Yep.
And then you had that talk with him. You let him know that what the issue was that you had with him.
And you ain't got to tell nobody else.
And you ain't had to tell nobody else about it. It got squashed between you and him, man. You let that story die between you and that brother.
Yep. Unless what? He refused to hear you.
Yep.
Now you get 2 or 3 witnesses, man.
Now they got to hear it.
You know
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Proverbs 11:13, a talebearer revealeth secrets, but he that is of a faithful spirit concealeth the matter.
You know, faithful spirit.
Yeah.
You keep it to yourself.
Hey, there's another one in Sirach where it says you take it to your grave.
Yeah.
You know,
Damn.
it says you die before you say something, man. Roughly paraphrasing, you know.
Back in Sirach 41 and verse 23.
And once again, these things ain't options. You know, Jake think that this is optional. If it ain't written in the law, it's optional. Nigga, no. These things we live by, we walk by, we apply it, man. You know,
And it's one that says it will not burst thee. It will not burst thee.
right, yeah.
Yeah, talking about a secret. It ain't gonna. You keep it, nigga. It ain't gonna burst you. You ain't gonna. It's gonna like the aliens and shit. It's gonna bust out your chest.
Yeah, but you
Ah,
got guys like that, man.
Yeah.
You know, as soon as somebody come around, I can't wait to say it.
Yeah.
You know,
Like that
that'd be
nigga.
the first thing. Jake don't even ask nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? Shalom, brother. Shalom. Hey, you know, like,
That
God damn.
nigga from Friday. Hey, Smokey over here taking the shit. Couldn't wait, boy.
Like
Hey,
I said, nobody
bro,
else.
it wasn't even nobody around, and he just yelled it out to anybody.
It was gonna burst him like you did. I got that, bro.
You gotta bring it out.
God, this is Sirach chapter 19. And now start at verse 8. It says, whether it be to friend or foe, talk now of other men's lives. And if thou canst without offense, reveal them not. For he heard and observed thee, and when time cometh, he will hate thee. If thou hast heard a word, let it die with thee, and be bold, it would not burst thee.
Yep, same thing, you know.
That's right, man. It will not burst you, man. You know.
It says, or of iterating and speaking again that which thou hast heard, and of revealing of secrets. So shalt thou be truly shamefaced.
You see that? So shalt thou be truly shamefaced. Go ahead.
And find favor before all men.
And the Most High, first and foremost, man. You see? So this is guidance of how we should walk and apply these things to find favor in the sight of the Most High and men. It says what? When a man's ways please the Lord, even his enemies shall be at peace with him, man.
Right.
I like to bring up the account with Onias. The way Onias lived, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, Antiochus even wept. That wicked ass dude. Even Antiochus wept for Onias, man.
Wow.
And he recompensed.
Yep. It was
Antiochus wicked ass judge dude that did that to Onias, man.
That's some virtue.
Like, come on now, man.
Wow. Wicked like him.
That shows you that's something to emulate, man. That's something to follow after.
Yep.
In Wisdom of Solomon, it says when it is gone, men desire it, man.
Wow.
Go ahead, brother.
Sirach 42:1. Of these things be not thou ashamed.
So we read about things to be ashamed of. We're finna read about not to be ashamed of these things. Go ahead.
And accept no person to sin thereby.
And accept no persons, man. We ain't accepting the person. Oh, this brother, he did what? But fuck it, they didn't let it go. No, man. They ain't no respect the persons in judgment. Right? Go ahead.
Of the law.
And it says accepting persons, man. You got guys that'll accept Nate. You know? They had, because of the way he looked, or because his outer appearance, or because to fit in with the congregation, or whatever the reason, man. It says to accept no persons to sin thereby, man. You got guys perverting judgment. You got guys that allowing certain shit to happen because of whatever the reason, man. The scriptures tell us not to do that. It says not to be ashamed of that, man. But go ahead.
Of these things be not thou ashamed, and accept no person to sin thereby. Of the law of the Most High and his covenant.
You see, we shouldn't be ashamed. That's not to be ashamed of. See, in 41, it says to be ashamed of what? Breaking it.
Right.
Here, not to be ashamed to establish it, man.
Right.
To stand in it.
God.
Go ahead.
It says of the law of the Most High and his covenant. It reminds me of that Deuteronomy. Jake be tweaking over the law and rape.
Deuteronomy 22.
They're ashamed of that. They're ashamed of that, so a nigga will go and try and twist it and turn it. Well, no, it ain't really talking about this.
Talking about spitting game.
I'm like, what? Because you're ashamed of what it actually says, man. So like,
Oh.
Same page.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
so like,
Yeah, no, that's the best way to handle that situation. That we gonna proclaim that. Everything that's written, we gonna proclaim that, man. All right. Even a woman, she becomes a girl becomes a woman when she has her menstrual.
And we gonna proclaim that. We not ashamed of that, man.
That's just what it is, man.
And half you niggas, 80% of you niggas came from a grandma who got pregnant at fucking 14, 13, man.
Exactly.
So you ashamed of your fucking self at the end of the day, man. Dumbass, man. You ashamed of your own heritage, man. You ashamed of who the fuck you supposed to be, man. Hey, man, the hell with you, man. You're a degenerate, man. You look up the term degenerate, it means to be fallen from your
lacking the qualities of their ancestors.
Of their ancestors, man. So and then you niggas claim to pray to your ancestors too, man. If you could do that,
them niggas talking about praying in the motherfucking motherfucking T'Challa and shit, man.
Yeah. Hey, if your ancestors, if they in the spirit world and they are seeing you, they ashamed of your ass, man.
These niggas think they fucking Wakandans and shit.
Yeah. Hey, your ancestors would be a fucking ashamed of you, man. If they saw the way you were, man. And now, man, they'll put you to fucking death, man.
It says of the Lord the Most High and his covenant, and of judgment to justify the ungodly, of reckoning.
So not to be ashamed of that, man, of bringing forth that judgment, you know? Go ahead.
Of reckoning with thy partners and travelers, or of the gift of the heritage of friends.
Not to be ashamed of those things, man. Go ahead.
Of exactness of balance and weights.
Of exactness of balance and weights. Don't be ashamed to count that. Hold on, how much money you owe me, brother? Yeah. You know, you got certain, I'll count it later. No, nigga, I'm gonna count it right. You missing $1, brother. Because back then it was what? Exactness of weights. So you have to measure it to make sure you got the proper measure according to what you were spending. You know? Don't be ashamed of that. Go ahead.
Or of getting much or little.
Don't be ashamed of what? How much you receive. Whether you got a little or whether you got a lot. Whether the Lord bless you a little, whether he bless you a lot. Don't be ashamed of it, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, this world will tell you, oh, shit, Nate, bomb camp, okay? Prosperity doctrine, man. God ain't dealing with you if you're broke. What the fuck the scripture said? The Lord chose the poor of this world rich in faith, man.
It says, and of merchants in different selling, of much correction of children.
Of much correction of children. So that's talking about your own child, but also the brothers within the camp, man. No, man, to make sure we all on point, man. We shouldn't be ashamed of that. You know?
That's the spirit. I was reading that the other day, and I be getting on my son, and with my OG around, she be trying to have me be soft and shit, trying to bind up his wounds, or you ain't have to yell at him for that. No, I'm not about to be ashamed of that. I'm on his ass, and I boasted. For lack of better words, take pride in that. You're supposed to be like that, especially with a son. You're supposed to constantly be correcting him and putting that rod on him.
It says, he that loveth his son maketh him off to feel the rod, man.
There's nothing to be ashamed of, man. You know?
It says, of much correction of children, and to make the side of an evil servant to bleed.
Look, and then back then, you had actual servants. So if this nigga not going the way you told him to do, or what he did, you shouldn't be ashamed to beat his ass,
Don't
man.
feel bad for that.
Well, it's the same thing in the spirit. If a brother in the camp, he's not doing what he's supposed to, you shouldn't be ashamed of getting on his ass or excommunicating his ass, man. You know?
It's gotta be done.
If you're right out offended, pluck it out.
Pluck it out, man. You know? Go ahead.
It says, sure keeping is good, where an evil wife is, and shut up.
Don't be ashamed to lock that bitch up. That's what King David put away there, and she was talking crazy. She wasn't out there just, she was talking crazy, man. So that's one of not to be ashamed of sure keeping where an evil wife is, man. No, bitch, you ain't going out tonight.
Yep.
And if she don't go the way you have, you cut her ass off then, man.
Cut that bitch off.
Sis, don't be ashamed of that. Don't treat your wife like that. Girl, he shouldn't be. No, fuck that. You know? Straight up, man. Go ahead, bro.
Sure keeping is good, where an evil wife is, and shut up where many hands are.
And shut up where many hands are. So no, you're not finna go around all those men. I'm not ashamed of that. So sit your ass. No, stay in the back. It says shut up where many hands are, man. You know?
Well, this world would try to make you, especially women, try to make you
insecure.
Yeah, you insecure. Right? You must be, you're not comfortable in your masculine type of shit. Try to shame you because you telling your bitch, your woman, whatever the fuck, man, however the fuck you want to call her ass, man, all right, to cover up, right? You telling her to cover up like that makes me insecure. No, I don't want nobody looking at my property, right? And we're not ashamed of that either. You belong to a man. It says he that getteth the wife getteth the possession. Right? Adam, the Lord gave Eve to Adam as a helpmeet for him, man.
It says the woman was made for the man,
not the man for the woman. That's it.
You belong to us. Simple as that.
You are a possession.
You know? Nah, baby. No
equals.
That, man.
Not equals. The man is above the woman. Plain and simple, man.
She's under the rule of her father until she's given to her husband. Simple as that, man. She's the property that's passed along. You know?
It says, deliver all things in number and weight, and put all in writing that thou givest.
Deliver all things in number and weight, and put all things in writing. Go ahead.
It says, and put all in writing that thou givest out or receivest in.
Exactly. So if you loan a brother something, don't be ashamed to put it in writing. How much you gave in the day you gave it.
Yeah, maybe when the brother say he gonna have it by this certain day.
Yeah, man. That's not a shame, and not only just with brothers, but in general, man. You got people that'll be, you don't trust me or something. It ain't that. I'm just not gonna be ashamed. You know?
Keep a record of everything.
It says don't be ashamed of, not to be ashamed of those things, man.
Let all things be done.
Yeah, because Jacob forget, man. So they write those things down if need be.
Yeah.
And these are all things that please the Lord.
Let all things be done decently in order, man. Alright? Those are priorities, man. No, you prioritize, man. See, these things are teaching us how to prioritize, man.
That nigga.
You don't put the cart before the horse, man. Alright? You don't wipe before you shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? You don't wipe before you shit, bro. No, you got guys that have that mentality, man, that they gonna wipe and then shit, man.
It says, verse 8, be not ashamed to inform the unwise and foolish.
This is key right here. Be not ashamed to inform the unwise and foolish. That's Isaiah 58:1.
Right.
That's him that reproveth in the gate. That goes back, to what Micah was doing, man. Go ahead.
And the extreme age that contendeth with those that are young.
Well, no matter the age. It could be an old dude. Hey, remember that when we was in front of the bus station?
Yeah.
Remember the old dude that always came?
That's the nigga.
I'm 56 years old.
I got grandbaby.
I've been around for a long time. It don't matter. Nigga, look at you. Look at what you saying. You ain't got no beard on your face. You got a bald head, nigga. You got pork on your breath. You know?
Damn, what is that scripture?
But you supposed to be telling me something? Real quick, what's that? Wisdom of Solomon?
Bro, I'm thinking of that.
It's I believe it's the 4th chapter, if I'm not mistaken, bro.
It's not in the gray hairs, but in the wisdom.
The wisdom makes the gray hairs, and when you read down, it tells you.
This Wisdom of Solomon 4:8. It says, for honorable age is not that which standeth in length of time.
See, honorable age is not withstand in the length of time.
16:31.
Just because you 63 years old. What it says, it's a proverb. I don't know if that's the same one.
16:31.
But it speaks about you honor the gray hair.
I got it.
Unless it's found in a way of righteousness. Roughly paraphrasing, man. Go ahead.
It says Proverbs 16:31. It says the hoary head is a crown of glory, if it be found in the way of righteousness.
Right. So like our apostles, man, they became gray haired in this faith, and it's through the wisdom. So though, of course now, you honor. Not saying that you don't honor an old dude that's walking down the street that's not in the faith. I'm not saying that, man. You still have your character, your respect. You still, But if he's trying to tell you, well, nah, brother, I've been around for 70 years. I let my woman do what the hell. Nah, you ain't gotta listen to that shit, man. We reading the precepts. No, man. You inform his old ass, bro. No, you shut that bitch up.
This
You
is
don't
why.
let her go out and do what the hell she want. Well, nah, I've been doing it for 63 years, brother. Well, your old ass keep going then, man.
Simping for
that old
62
lady
years.
that came up to the king when we was at
Damn.
BK, and she thought we was teaching about Jesus and everything like that. So then we started informing her, and then she started bucking up. And it was the same one that when we was in front of here, she came back and she repented from it. You know? And she was in fear when she
She was
repented.
scared when she was like, I'm so sorry. And I can't remember exactly, but you could see it on her face. She was actually ashamed.
She said she
came
was
back.
looking for
Well, if your brothers remember, she got off the bus and she was looking like,
is that them?
like she was looking
Because we moved spots.
and then she kind of walked off. Then she came back and she was like, "It is y'all," you know. And you could see the fear on her face, man.
Like the Lord did something to her.
She probably had a dream.
Right.
She probably seen something.
But she came and she repented from that, like straight up. But she had to get her ass cursed out first. Like her old ass had to get cursed out, man.
Yeah, because she was speaking over the scriptures. She was talking all type of nonsense and babbling while we was teaching, man. So we went to the scriptures, of course. And then next time we seen her, she was shook, like, oh my gosh, I'm happy to see y'all out here. I'm sorry. And
Didn't know where y'all was at anymore.
Yeah.
It says, be not ashamed.
We still in Wisdom of Solomon, right?
Oh, okay, Salaki.
4 and 8.
Yeah, Wisdom of Solomon 4 and 8. For honorable age is not that which standeth in length of time, nor that it's measured by number of years, but wisdom is the gray hair unto men.
See, wisdom is the gray hair. So you could have a man, he came into faith at 13, 14 years old, and now he's 25, 26 years old. He's more wise and older than a man that lived 70 years in the world, man.
Damn.
You know? Like straight up.
Yeah, King Solomon said in the 8th chapter, he said, wisdom, when I speak, it'll cause the older men to be quiet and listen to what I have to say, because what the wisdom was wisdom, roughly paraphrasing, man.
It talks about how in that same chapter, how wisdom bringeth experience. If a man desire experience, wisdom, she bringeth it, roughly paraphrasing, man. You know? Because the old head, he'll be like, man, I'm 40 years, I did this and that and the third, I got all this experience, but a man in the faith, all right, he's traveled much through wisdom. He's gotten a lot of experience through wisdom.
His senses exercise to discern both good and evil, man. Right. This brother got a precept. Let me get it.
Just real quick to back you brothers up on the point. Job chapter 32 and verse 9, it says, great men are not always wise, neither do the age understand judgment. So, just back you brothers up.
Go ahead up. Well, you can wait for that.
Babylon has fallen.
I missed that, man.
This is Wisdom of Solomon 4 and 9. But wisdom is the gray hair unto men, and an unspotted life is old age.
And an unspotted life is old age, man. You know? Because you can continue to read, it speaks about how Enoch, in a short time, he was made perfect. And it's the same thing. We're walking in that same stead, man.
Quick understanding.
You know? I think if you continue to read down, it speaks about it, if I'm not mistaken.
What, with Enoch?
Yeah. But I think it goes into.
Where you at? Verse 9?
Can I see your book?
13 is made perfect in short.
Verse 16. Jump down to 16.
Wisdom of Solomon 4 and 16. Thus the righteous that is dead shall condemn the ungodly which are living.
Right, and that's being done through the scriptures, man. You can read the account of King David. We read in the letters of Paul and these men been long dead, and yet they're condemning the ungodly by us speaking these things, man.
That's what I was saying.
Right? Go ahead.
This says,
and also we dead to this world. You know, we dead to this place. It says in Colossians that we're
life
dead with
hid.
the Lord, and our life is hid with the Lord. So we're condemning these ungodly people still. However you want to apply that, right? But go ahead.
It says, and youth that is soon perfected.
And youth that is soon perfected. Go ahead.
The many years and old age of the unrighteous.
That's it, man. You know, let no man despise the. Go ahead, Al.
1 Timothy 4 and 12.
Perfect.
Let no man despise thy youth, but be thou an example of the believers in word, in conversation, in charity, in spirit, in faith, in purity.
That's it, because Yahushua showed forth these same things we're speaking. He was 12 years old in the temple doing what? Reasoning with the doctors and the priests, man. And it says they marveled at his understanding and his answers. You know? So we're coming in that same stand. And the majority of men that's called, these are young men that the Lord is calling in. So this is a mentality to have, man. You know, don't be ashamed to inform these people of the right way to move and the right way to walk, man. And don't let them despise thy youth just because you might be 18, 19 years old. And according to this world, you ain't lived and seen too many things, man. No, hey, wisdom is guiding you. The spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is teaching you, man.
Right.
You know?
This is Job 32:4. Now Elihu had waited till Job had spoken because they were elder than he. And Elihu said, Elihu saw that there was no answer in the mouth of these three men. Then his wrath was kindled. And Elihu, the son of Barashel, the Buzite, answered and said, I am young and ye are very old. Wherefore I was afraid and durst not shew mine opinion. I said, days should speak, and multitude of years should teach wisdom. But there is a spirit in man, and the inspiration of the Almighty giveth them understanding.
That's it.
So yeah, man. So that young man, he waited his turn to speak, but then, he spoke, man. And he spoke right words, man.
Through the inspiration, through the spirit of the Lord, man. You know?
Back in Sirach 42 and 8, be not ashamed to inform the unwise and foolish in the extreme age that contendeth with those that are young.
See, in the extreme age that contendeth with those that are young. You don't know what you're talking about, young stuff. Man, get your ass down the street, man. Like that one dude, you know how many times we sent, you know how many times we sent that nigga down the street? Shit. Every time he come, trying to say some shit.
Old foolish ass.
Got his ass sent down the street every time. Go ahead, though.
Thus shalt thou be truly learned and approved of all men living.
Thus shalt thou be truly learned and approved of all men living. So it's what to be ashamed of and what not to be ashamed of, man.
That's it.
And once again, these things are not an option. These things is what? For our benefit. For us to apply and walk in the spirit in order to please Yahweh while Yahweh shot,
Yeah, it reminds me that, they go that, the Oompa Loompas, they said, Oompa Loompa Doopa Dee Dee. If you was wise, you listen to me. And all those motherfuckers who didn't want to follow the rules, they ended up getting their ass damn near killed, man. Yeah,
That's it. Hey, you got any final statements, any final precepts that you can wrap up? Go ahead.
Wisdom of Solomon 4:1, better is it to have no children and to have virtue, for the memorial thereof is immortal, because it is known with Yahweh and with men. When it is present, men take example at it, and when it is gone, they desire it. It weareth a crown and triumpheth forever, having gotten the victory, striving for undefiled rewards.
Yeah, vocab, we struck gold, man.
Yes, sir.
Yes, vocab, we did find a gold mine, man.
More than that, Uganda, that gold that they found.
Man,
that's gonna be the elect.
We found gold planets. Okay, solid gold planets, man.
So we have treasure in earth and vessels.
Okay.
And show once again showing you how important that virtue, which that word virtue goes into moral strength. What's our morals, man? It's this wisdom, it's this word. This is our standard. This is what we live by.
That's right.
And this is what's going to lead to great glory, man.
Undefiled rewards.
In the sight of all men, even these wicked niggas. Once again, Antiochus is one of the wickedest Edomites that walked the earth.
Yeah.
He was moved to compassion for Onias, man.
Wow.
He was moved to vengeance. Of course, it's all through the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, but keep in mind, man, he heard, it says he heard, when you read in Maccabees, it says Antiochus heard about the reverend character of Onias, man.
Wow.
To the point where he wept and he was like, who did?
Yep.
And put judgment on that nigga for that, man.
Genuinely angry.
Wow.
This is a wicked nigga, bro. But it's showing you what that virtue and that character.
Yep, character, integrity.
And that's why the scriptures talk about.
And that's what these scriptures is teaching us. But sorry, bro.
Now I was just gonna add, that's why the scriptures talk about having our conversation honest
amongst the Gentiles.
All right,
It says that they may glorify our Father in heaven, roughly paraphrasing.
That's right.
Now that's talking about the Israelite foreigners, but you know.
Yeah, no, that's it right there, man. Because there's times where people that you might see or work with and everything like that, they'll see you, they may look out for you in different situations and everything like that just because of your character.
Right.
Ooh, I got one.
Yeah.
Hey, because that's being blameless. This Titus 2:8. Titus 2:8. Sound speech that cannot be condemned, that he that is of the contrary part may be ashamed, having no evil thing to say of you. So hey man, hey, having a good report to them that are within and them that are without, man. I can't say nothing about him, man. I ain't got nothing bad to say about those guys, man. Okay, those guys are upright and they walk, man. You know? And anybody who do try to say something, they find themselves ashamed because they have nothing to really say about us. Motherfuckers gotta make shit up, man.
Well, it's slanders and it's lies and bearing false witness. You know?
Ooh,
right.
We good? Water?
You got anything though?
It was Sirach 19:19. What you in, Sirach already?
I got you right. This is Sirach chapter 19 and verse 19. The knowledge of the commandments of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is the doctrine of life. And they that do things that please him shall receive the fruit of the tree of immortality.
That's it right there, man. We got the doctrine of life, man. We was once in this world, but the Lord took us out of this darkness, out of this confusion, and gave us this truth, this marvelous light. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna lead us. All we have to do is endure to the end, and we're gonna have that tree of immortality, man. That's what we fight for. You know? But you had something? Hey, well with that, Lord willing, this was edifying. We want to give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rekakwadash.
Double honors to the apostles at Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to all you Hawkins out there that's pushing this word of truth. Sincerity always in charity. Barakathon, Makayam, we almost out this hellhole. Let's just keep pushing and fighting for the return of our Lord, you know? Shalom.
Hey, shalom.
We on our way.